hours.
Oh.
That's 9 hours.
Oh.
That's dedication.
Wow, those things jostle and. Yeah.
Oh, I wrote enough of them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
When we went to Wellfleet, they had near where we were staying, a parking lot,
Mhm.
a bus ride into town to the Oyster Fest,
Okay.
which is like 3 miles or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
It was on a school bus, and I said, oh boy, does this bring back memories of riding on the school bus? Field trips.
And the first year I lived taught in Vermont,
Uh-huh.
I was the cross-country ski coach,
Oh,
and
many,
yeah, well, it was the orange school bus
yeah,
every single meet, and in the winter,
yeah,
the heat never worked.
or it was too hot.
Freezing. I don't remember it ever being too hot, by the way. And we'd be going up to like Linden
Yeah,
or, I mean, all these places in the mountains or different ski. And
Is that the last year you did it?
no, I did it for years, but this was my introduction to
Oh,
rural
okay.
Vermont.
Oh, okay,
Because I'd only ridden the school bus in Minneapolis,
right,
which wasn't as far,
right.
and the roads weren't as windy and
Bumpy.
bumpy.
Yeah, yes,
And-
yes.
Lee Mallory was driving the bus, because that's back when the coach could drive the bus, and he's so, bless his heart, love him to pieces, he's so spacey.
Well, that's, I had you getting to pay attention. It was like.
One time, when we were coming back from a meet in Stowe somewhere, and we stopped at a gas station that had a grocery store in Waterbury Center, right on Route 100.
Yeah, yeah.
Pull over. He lets everybody out so that we could, all get our stuff, go to the
Got it. Yeah,
bathroom.
yeah.
We're all there like,
He
"Oh,
leaves?"
50 kids, no, 50 kids. I mean, this place was packed. It was both boys and girls too. We're coming back out of the store and it takes forever because, it's one register and all the kids each want to have something.
Yeah.
We come out and it's dark. Like, what is all this traffic? There was traffic backed up this way, traffic backed up. He had left the,
Door open?
that, stop sign
Oh,
for the school bus.
the flashing lights.
So everybody on both sides coming
In-
from
in
Stowe over
Vermont.
the interstate. Exactly. He goes, well, I wonder how, he goes running, laughing, yeah.
Oh, no.
And because we used to have to wax our skis with
An iron, right?
an iron,
Yeah,
and then sometimes it would be too
I
cool,
remember
too
doing
hot,
that, yeah.
and we'd have the blowtorch.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
he'd
yes.
want to get everything all set sort of before we'd get there sometimes, so he'd have.
But you
some-
didn't always know conditions.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we,
yeah.
okay, but there would be like kids like running to the only heat area on the bus to like heat up their wells. There's a blowtorch going on, it's like is it FERPA? Every
Oh, right,
every
right.
violation
right,
that could have
right.
ever
Open
happened.
flame,
Exactly.
kids running around.
22 years old, so I wasn't
Oh,
feeling comfortable questioning it
yeah,
for at least a year. Then later, he started calling, he'd had one kid or two kids in charge of cleaning up the bus afterwards. And, which is okay,
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
rotation. But guess what he called them? The mothers. Okay, who are the mothers? And he'd get the, like, something and say, okay, well, that would be you, Carl, and you, whatever. I said, that has got to stop. We are not calling
The cleanup
the
crew,
cleanup
mothers.
crew effing mothers.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's all coming back to me. And I'll be standing outside of Colchester High School all day tomorrow with your husband. and
Oh,
I'm sure
no.
it's all coming back.
Oh,
I think they're gonna have been moving around now.
Oh, tomorrow?
They keep changing, like today he was supposed to be in Colchester and now
He
he's.
did the park and ride, though. I mean, Tonkin Wave at Bayside,
Yeah,
didn't he? That's
yeah.
a great spot, man.
Yeah,
But now tomorrow he's gonna go,
well, today they shifted him to Grand Isle County because Becca Balance here,
oh, great.
so,
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like.
But even if
What
he's
is she doing here?
I don't know.
supporting his campaign.
Another check?
No.
Another check.
Well, we just threw out the old one.
Oh, you did?
Somebody pointed out that that could be construed as campaigning or campaign material,
Oh.
election.
Oh,
We were kinda like,
really?
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
want that to
that was
happen.
done in official duties.
well, I mean, it
Yeah.
says her name on it and it's on the wall, so we took it down. It's
We don't want to court controversy,
no, no.
but I'll stand out there anyway because I'm sure to know a lot of voters.
Oh, yeah,
There's only one spot in Colchester.
Well, I could be wrong. It might, it just keep changes, like,
yeah.
But it used to be in the, we said two districts in Colchester Village and the community hall. And then the high school. And now it's all combined, so it's at the high school.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they have.
One polling place?
Yeah, but I don't
isn't that
think,
crazy?
I don't think the
Largest
kids are there.
population.
I bet you
No.
they cancel school. Yeah, because the kids fill up the whole parking lot with their own cars.
Yeah,
Well, also too now with mail-in ballots, I bet you don't get the numbers.
Maybe not.
yeah, but it's a little, there's a few more layers to navigate through.
Mm.
So if you vote in person, it could take a little longer, depending on how the setup is.
I'll let you know. I've never seen it all in one place there.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to, the kids used, we used to be in school when it was voting and we'd always lecture them beforehand, like. Don't go into the bushes and smoke, you know, like the school budget is on the ballot, you know, be on your best behavior.
Act like little angels. We were at Rossie's and Andy got the Baron burger. He was so excited. He was like, and the waitress, she was like, oh, that's named after the kids. The boys.
Yeah,
Like,
Drew, it was Drew, actually, who
Yeah.
designed it. Or something. I told you we knew Colchester well. The burger, it's a chicken sandwich, I
Mhm.
think, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for the muffin, it was good.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
So after we do the oaths, I'll put them in here. I have so many checklists. I need checklists to remember my checklists.
Oh, I
Like,
bet. I
One
bet.
for each process and.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Brazos is quite a place, isn't it?
It is.
You know, I've never been in there.
It's your classic.
Dive bar. Yeah.
Classic.
Neighborhood.
Sports dive.
Yeah,
bar
yeah,
With a fishing theme, because it's on, it's like, I can't tell you how many of them there are in Minnesota. All
yeah.
over every small town has a
Yeah.
Brazos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to draw on the wall and I couldn't find any shop.
Oh, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to draw on the wall. And the night, well, you went to Pete and Al's wedding.
Yes.
After the whole reception, it was at.
Oh, people went to Rossi's.
Yeah, it was at, Fairy Watch Inn.
Oh, who did some kerfuffle happened there?
Well, probably.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
There tends to be kerfuffles.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a bus from the from the reception to Rossie's. Because so many of the kids lived in Colchester and then they
Oh.
they were on their own after that. They could take an Uber or something.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
all piled into Rossie's. David and I did not go, trust
Yeah.
me. But at one point, we got a picture of Al, the bride,
Yes.
and Nicole, the matron of honor, my two daughters-in-law,
Yeah, yeah.
on the bar dancing, one with a wedding dress and one with and they were barefoot and dancing on the bar. It's like, it just makes me proud. The rest of it did make me proud, actually, like, why not? But a guy was at the bar, who wasn't part of the party, he didn't know them, but he took a real interest in Nicole. And dancing.
Maybe this is the story. Yeah, yeah.
And so, as she gets down off the bar, he starts talking to her and he gives her, I think he gave her his business card or something with his phone number on it. And she said, oh, thank you, or something like that. I'm just gonna give that to my husband. And there's like, what, 6'5", he's about the biggest, he's the biggest pussycat there is, but the guy turns around and goes,
Can I have that back?
take my leave now.
But
But there were other kerfuffles because Drew, remember who he was with, Anika?
yes, Yes.
and she was
Love,
hammered.
yeah, yeah.
And she got into a verbal, not a fist fight, thank God, but a verbal fight with one of Pete's best friends.
That's, I think, what I.
Because-
remember. Yeah,
She claimed that he didn't pronounce her name correctly and that he was like, you know, she's Indian American. And so she was dumping on him like he was racist or something.
yeah,
And
yeah.
apparently it was ugly.
Uh,
And then a week later, he broke up with her, Drew, didn't
um,
he? Did your daughter dance on any bar?
uh,
She had a cute wedding.
Yep.
Fun little thing.
Yep,
And-
and that
and-
was a very calm, nice little reception of just local, close family.
I just think of, when I hear that, think of, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, when Pee-wee's dancing on the bar. At a biker bar, dancing to tequila.
I bet that went well.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, they loved him after that. Yeah, yeah, he was great.
Hello.
Hello, Bob.
Hello. Is this the place I'm supposed to be?
This is the place.
You're
We're
here,
waiting for
baby.
Lisa, and then we'll get, do the oaths and get started.
Yeah.
I have to get an oath. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. Hello,
Hey,
how you doing? Good. Here, put a couple more. I guess I'll leave one.
I'm gonna listen to the-
Oh, did you call it?
You want to interrupt the events meeting?
Started yet.
Say, oh, it's right there.
No.
There you go.
The unveiling.
You pick muffins?
It's my arm.
Mhm,
Took a lot.
mhm.
Yeah. So, David, this how you want it?
Just one more, actually, right there, just to throw the gap, close the gap. Hey.
Well, how are you doing?
Hi, Mary, how are ya?
I just stopped in, check with Lisa, make sure you didn't have any trouble getting somebody.
I did not, no, North Carolina, we're very lucky, we have great
That
volunteers,
was fun.
yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Cat's better.
Okay, really, okay,
I got to cancel her. Oh, geez.
nice, that's good. Yeah,
They figured her to my life.
I can, I understand that, I'm glad to hear it,
Well,
I'm glad to hear it,
yeah,
yeah,
have fun tomorrow.
thank you.
So are we gonna have any witnesses tomorrow that stand and watch and make sure everything is done okay?
Well, that would be you.
No, but I mean,
You
from
and Jenny
the,
undersigned up for 6:30 AM,
well, that's true.
so.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the people that might come in at 8 or 10 in the morning
To supervise.
to see that you weren't doing it.
Well, the whole thing will be live
Possible.
streamed. We're being live streamed right now. You
Yeah.
Go to our website and click
Oh,
on
so
it.
my comments are.
Mhm, mhm. Yep. I should- And,
It's pinging all over the place.
and the last time I did this, 2 people watched. So-
I was reading an article this
I was
morning
just
about
looking,
how a
so I
lot
think
of
I
the
might-
election deniers are organizing on Telegram. Telegram seems to be the platform.
Telegram.
That's the name of, you know, the guy who was just arrested in France? Who's the head of Telegram? It's evident, it's like it's a social media thing, but it is incredibly lightly moderated. So just, it's the Wild West on it.
So it's a forum for lots and lots of,
And that's where,
Israel.
like the Proud Boys people are organizing
they are.
on, oh yeah, on Telegram.
Um,
I know. Mhm.
Whole thing is crazy.
It is, but at least
We live
We
in a
are
little
more
island
prepared.
of sanity. I hope.
our little bubble. This is our bubble,
Well, all the stuff that she's gone through just to get us here.
right?
I have it better than a lot of clerks in Vermont. I have very good support.
Yeah.
I have
But
you
there
all.
There are a lot of hoops to jump through. for
Yeah,
you. I
well,
mean,
yeah,
I know you've been preparing for this for a long
Uh-huh.
time.
Yeah.
Lisa.
But a lot of people got grief, got yelled at or accused of doing stuff, and people don't want to volunteer to help this round.
Understandable.
Totally, yes.
yep. I don't know, I mean it, what I keep telling myself is 84% turnout, 84% turnout, like, if there's more administration on our end to get more voters, that's okay.
Is that your guess is 84%?
No, 84% is what happened in 2020.
Really?
Yep, 84, so, and
It's
I,
gonna be more than 84 then.
it's
I
pretty
think.
close.
Yeah.
So we had 500 and about 50
Tracy,
ballots returned.
So I haven't done that.
I'm not, that's perfectly
So,
all right, but
if we
I,
get-
if
we
you give me
need
a couple
about
days warning,
300
I'm
people
sure
on
I could be
election
there
day.
to help you. I'm
So,
not real busy right
but,
now. And I was kind of
And a
thinking.
typical
you're a
presidential is
lot
400,
busier
but our
than I
grand
am,
list, I mean, our
so
voters.
just let me
list is
know.
growing.
Yeah.
So it's,
Since 2020.
yeah, so
The
it's
pandemic
all-
they grew, right?
well, that's what, exactly, the
But,
pandemic,
yeah,
you know, I would look at when it happened.
But
I
it's up,
thought,
it's
well,
up to you.
that's
Just give me a
COVID.
call and I'll be here.
And then when I heard the state decided to make this permanent, I thought, well, I'm really curious to see if it really does encourage higher voter turnout. And I would say yes, because I think we're gonna at least hit 80. So I'd be excited if we pass 80 anymore.
That's something to be proud of.
Oh, yeah.
Democracy
Yeah.
prevails.
Yeah.
People like, you know, the people who don't like the absentee system are very loud, but the majority love it. I mean, we've had 500 come back, like,
Yeah.
that says something.
Yeah.
So it's just, and you know, I've thought a lot about it because I really love election day and I love the community spirit. I
Mhm.
don't like how this process makes it harder to go election day. I'm struggling with the resentment of, please just tell it sooner. It's so much easier for me.
Right.
So I've been trying to like. So
Balance
do
that out.
Yes, like, yeah, because I really do like the community spirit of voting in person, everybody saying hi and, but it just. I lost my train of thought.
Well, it's a lot like a town meeting, which we don't do anymore.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, times
Okay.
changed,
Yeah,
you know, we didn't
yeah.
just all commute, like,
yeah.
you were farming. Now we do. Voting is the way people live, if it's really for the people.
And in this community, I don't know what percentage, but many people live and go south, like,
Yeah.
you know, before election day.
Yeah,
And this makes it easier for that too.
yeah. It does.
Hi. Apologize for that.
We're having a nice,
Yeah.
About democracy.
okay, so a little afternoon, we'll get started. I have are you all set? Okay, we're gonna start with, oaths. I'm going to give you all the oaths together. And then we'll wander downstairs and get the tabulator out of the vault and the, checked in early voter ballots from the office. And bring them up here and we'll do step 2. So,
So what happens if somebody comes and delivers their vote at 4 o'clock this afternoon?
I had somebody come right after I printed the checklist. Lisa entered it and it goes in a separate checked in box and then it'll get entered tomorrow. Yeah, so just to preserve a chain of custody. So we've got about 170 ballots that have been checked in by 10:30 a.m. Those are what we're gonna go through. We're gonna finalize the number for those on the tabulator. And then tomorrow morning, when we open up, we're gonna be comparing that number that we ended with today with the number tomorrow morning. And then any absentees that come in will be entered.
So that's my job tomorrow morning, is to remember a number from today and see what.
I'm gonna have it written down, I'm sure.
Yeah, so, but yes, I will hand it to you and then look, does it match?
Yeah.
So, okay, I will pause if everybody says their name and then I'll get through the oath. You say I do or I will, and there's 2. So I
Jim Board?
do solemnly affirm that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont and that I will not directly or indirectly do any act or thing injurious to the Constitution or government thereof under the pain and penalties of perjury.
I do.
I
Diane Barber.
Robert Ayers.
do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of assistant election official for the town of North Hero and will therein do equal right and justice to all persons to the best of my judgment and ability according to law under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I will.
I will.
Okay, and now if you want to solemnize that for me, I don't know if that's the right word, but. Gonna give me more without my checklist. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I put the fifth on there because.
What a good.
Oh,
Smoking, you're ready for this. Oops, I got yours and you got mine.
Trying to make it
Oh,
easier.
Rob.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
But I just changed yours, so. you
Do,
just
do we
changed
need
it.
to initial it though? Go for it.
No, I did my own.
Oh, that was a good catch, Tim.
Yeah.
Okay, this is why I need you all. I need more eyes. Okay, let's go down and get the tabulator and the ballots. I forgot to warn you, so we are, I don't know, done the live stream. Well, you actually did warn me. By a reminder.
No, okay.
Well, I remember, yeah, the last time, yeah, he's.
Yeah.
And then to the board. Or, lots of folks, there. What's your podium?
Gosh, I can do. No, there's that.
That is what I.
Yeah, yeah.
With that, maybe you're. Just leave it there for now. You see, there's. Oh, very oil, there's something. No, there's.
Yeah,
Is that for people?
we're starting, yeah, yes.
Oh, yeah. So let's bring it over here. So each team is gonna get a box. Okay, so.
What about walking down there, the corralling everybody and.
Oh, the tabulator, we don't need to worry, it's right there.
So Lisa and Bob, it might be better if you sat next to each other.
Okay,
And then-
Oh, okay.
I'll just come down over here, Bob.
Oh, okay.
Electric.
That time of year, it's getting to be, huh?
Okay, these are all ballots that have been received since the state sent them out.
I have.
October.
There was like October 3rd, I believe.
Agent.
So. And ever since then, every day, whatever's in the mail, it comes in the Dropbox, we enter in the voter database. And then they get stored in these boxes in the vault every night. Our first job today is called, I forget what it's technically called. Count and inspection. So what we need to do is go through each and every one of these. And number one, you're making sure the certificate's completely filled out. And well, legally, it needs to be the signature and the private name. So, you're looking for that. And they all should be, Lisa and I have made.
Could you take the first one and show us what you mean?
Yep, definitely.
Good.
So, actually. Those were ones that came back as undelivered, they
The
figured
A's?
in the system. So, yep, you'll start with the A's.
Well, you read.
And,
We'll start with the M's.
So this is the first one. This is what it looks like. I think most of you
Yep.
I voted this way. So you're looking for the signature and the printed name.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay, and a date.
So the date is not required.
Oh,
What
okay.
happens is if you die and there's no date and I can't confirm that you submitted it prior to your date of death, then it won't. That's the purpose of the date. But it's not enough to make it so that
Yeah.
your vote doesn't.
if
count.
somebody dies, you have to take your.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I vote, that's why I voted.
If I
die.
Make sure you read it.
Yeah, you gotta gauge.
Can you just post it?
I get it. You don't date it. Right, so the
Okay.
idea is to work in pairs, so
Good.
that.
We can't do them separately.
Right.
Oh,
so
okay.
you'll pull out one,
Let's keep
And
the
you'll-
A's. You start with A.
You'll pull out one and you'll both confirm.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
okay.
complete. And you could probably go through pretty quickly. The second step, and you can do this in tandem if you want, you guys will probably each develop your own system, is to confirm that that voter is checked off the checklist.
Okay.
Oh, here,
So-
okay, okay.
And you,
We don't, do we check anything?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So, because what you need to keep track of, there's two things, two human error potentials here. That there's a ballot that somehow Lisa or I missed and it didn't get checked off, or that somebody got checked off and isn't in here.
Mhm.
Like say we checked the wife and not the husband, kind of thing.
right.
So you need some way to check, to make sure.
Okay, so
That's
here's
your- so
Craig Abrams and there's Craig Abrams. So do we write
I
anything
would
or
put a
no?
Little hash. Does that make sense? Like,
Or circle the check. or-
I would do,
Oh,
like, just something, just to like, that, in my mind, that's what I was
Okay,
thinking.
just a little
Yeah.
X. on it.
thing.
So,
okay,
Because this is the official checklist. This is what we'll be using tomorrow to also try and keep track of who decided to vote in person, who signed an affidavit. There's gonna end up with lots of marks and colors on
Okay.
it. So as subtle as we can.
We don't
be-
wanna make it glaring.
Well, if there were an error, how would you
You,
cross it? Like if you decided that there was an error, someone was checked that should not be checked.
Mhm. So what would be easiest is if, and probably most likely, is there's a ballot in here that didn't get checked off, we just have to check. I have a black pen.
Okay, but you would never remove a check.
Well, that's why we have 4 people here. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I've never had that happen, but if it does, we would all get together, we'd have a little huddle.
oh, okay.
And we would be like, okay, we go through this process of a series of elimination to determine that that person should not have been checked off. We don't have any ballot here, and we would
Oh,
remove
okay.
it. Because
Okay.
we don't want to count somebody who didn't actually vote, because then they
Right.
can't vote tomorrow if they show up.
Right, so, well, I was just wondering how you would indicate that it was removed.
we all have to do that together.
Just in
Yeah,
terms of
I
like what
mean-
kind of a hash
I mean,
mark
this
we need.
happens all the time. Like on election day, we have like 3 different people and 3 different families in town where the father and son and sometimes the next grandson all have the same name.
Oh,
So somebody will check off father and then father comes in. and
Yeah,
then we all
yeah.
kind of get together and
Yeah,
powwow,
yeah,
and we all
yeah.
agree this should be changed. We have whiteout.
Oh,
make
okay,
the
all right.
change, You
okay.
know,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Okay.
just, yeah.
But we won't do that separately. We'll do that as a group
This
if
is-
that,
Yeah.
if that is to arise.
This is why
Okay,
so you
yep.
guys are working in a pair to confirm.
First, not
Yes,
this.
this is complete,
Yeah.
and then yes, they're checked off. And then,
well, should I read to you?
Can we do this at the same time?
that's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Whatever you
Um,
feel comfortable with.
Yeah,
And then we put them back in there
yes,
In the same spot.
in the same spot.
so.
And then,
uh,
well, let me go through this whole process.
Oh,
with you
yeah,
then,
okay.
'cause maybe
I'm gonna
you'll
sit
have
down.
a different- Next-
Let me
the
get
step-
her.
Then the next step is to count them all. Make sure, so, cause I have,
Per letter?
that, no, all of them.
Yeah, but we do, so the number of As, the number of
If you
Bs.
guys want.
That might be
paper
easiest.
And you wanna count while you're going through, we can do that, but this is what I mean by everybody's gonna be comfortable with the system, I think. But
Yeah.
We should have 480 ballots.
Okay.
Okay,
And if we find a discrepancy, we'll have to make note of that.
Right.
And then why that's so important is when we start putting them through the tabulator, we need a number we all agree on to compare to, make sure that we know that goes in the tabulator.
So we would do our total and they would do their total and we'd add.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
and then total
Yeah.
the totals.
Okay.
So if you guys want to go through and make sure they're all correct and then go through and make sure they're all checked off and then count them, I'm fine with that. If you are thinking, hey, we can do all 3 of these things at the same time,
Yeah,
you know, that's
Well, I
But it's not a race, you guys.
Right.
Okay, I think we
I
could
think I
do
can
this
read it
and
to
this
you.
at the same
You can
time.
check
Or
them, and then you
let's go
count
on.
your check
Uh-huh.
marks, and I'll count these, and we hope they're the
Yeah,
same.
so let's do
So
all the
Craig,
M.
Yeah,
Abrams,
Okay,
so,
Lori.
so
all right, so
we can, yeah, we can sit
Um,
down. So,
now-
Ellen Albertson,
I'm gonna give you the last name.
Star Albright. Samantha
okay,
Albertson,
and we're both checking it's signed and
Deborah
printed.
Allen,
So,
Okay, so we're gonna do it this way, so
um,
say
Reginald.
McDonald Don.
something, Yeah.
okay,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
got it.
June. Is that
This
a
is
junior? That's a
McDonald,
junior.
P-I-P-E-I-E-R.
Because there is no, there's this.
Peter.
Peter.
Well.
Oh,
Yeah.
like an I, but.
Is that a June?
Did,
Yep.
is that a senior or a
Okay.
junior?
Matt,
That looks like.
John,
And it's junior who.
M-A-C.
M-A-C-K,
Do you
right?
wanna
John.
put this
Okay.
to the
Alright.
side
This
until
one is Mahler.
we can pull everybody over? I think you're right.
Let's move.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I
Okay.
just wanted to do this
Thank
double
you.
check.
Okay,
Right.
Andy
The next one is
Allen,
Mahler, M-A-H-L.
Kenneth,
Yes.
okay?
Brooke Anderson,
The
is
next
that
one is,
got some of
the
these.
next one is M-A-I-L-L-E. Scott.
Theodora
The next
Anderson.
one is.
No, it's Andrew.
Yep.
The next one is
Anderson, no.
Manachi, Cher.
Ina Anthony.
T-H-E-R-I, for her
Sure.
name.
Cherie. Okay, I see her.
Oh,
All right, this one is
Robert Arnett.
M-A-N-A-C-I, first name is Jean.
Do you think that's a full
Nina
signature?
Atkinson. Robert Ayers,
He votes?
Judith Ayers.
Okay, so now we're done with the A's.
So count how many people you
And you
checked
count
off,
those.
and I'll count those.
All right, you did this one?
Yeah.
All right, this one, the last name is M-A-N-I-A-C-I, Jean.
15, but
Mhm.
it's 16.
Is it okay to
So
just have
15 we have, yeah, okay.
Comprehensible thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Secretary of State's office says if they put an X.
Not
you have to
counting.
Take the S, like,
Okay,
it's
not, all right.
not up to just to judge
Let me
if they
just
can
do
read or not.
Okay.
Okay,
Right, or if they- yeah.
Just checking.
Same last name, M-A-N-A-G-C-I.
15,
First name is
Not
Mark.
counting that,
Got it?
okay.
The next one is Mate, M-A-T-S, Nathan.
B.
That, look at that signature.
Diane.
If I can read that. All
Yeah.
right, next one is M-A-R-A, M-A-R-A.
Stanley Baker.
Angeline.
Okay.
Kyle
The
Ballantyne.
next one is
Ballin.
M-A-N-U-L.
Paula Valentine.
Kathleen.
Yeah, I've got
Carolyn
something similar.
Barber.
M-A,
Jay Barron.
well, it's R-T-E-L.
Nellie.
Yeah, it's just
Bartoli
bad writing.
Drexler.
That's not R.
Kenny
That's a-
Bassett.
R-T.
Harold Bates.
Okay, Martell. This one is
Hannah
Martell,
Bates.
T-E-A-U.
Or
Ilana.
Ilana.
Okay,
Bates.
got it.
The next
Dale
one
Bauer.
is Martin, Jennifer. J.
Sarah Bauer.
Yeah.
Linda,
Okay.
Here.
The
Yep,
next one
yep, yep, yep.
is Martin.
Theodore Beebe.
Kyle, maybe, yeah, Kyle.
Mark Ballack.
Mhm.
The next one is.
Samantha Bellinger.
M-A-S-H-T.
Got it.
Thomas
Joshua.
Benoit.
Senior.
The
Senior,
next
and
one
then there's
is
Thomas Benoit
M-A-S-K, Gloria.
Joyce,
Got it.
The next one is
Benoit.
M-A-S-K,
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Lori.
Sandra Berner, Robert
M-A-S-S,
Best,
Ash.
Victoria
Got it?
Bevs,
Mhm.
The next
Bradley
one is
Napoleon Blanchett.
M-A-T-O-T-T.
Catherine Boardman.
Yep.
The next
Yeah.
one is M-A-T-O-T-T.
Susan Bonahan.
Jeannie or Janine.
Yeah,
Suzanne.
somebody did a lot of
Garro,
work already for us.
Yeah.
Timothy Bourne,
The next one is
Richard
Mayhew. Keith.
Bryson,
Got it?
David Bryson,
Maynard Judith.
Yeah.
McAllister.
Barbara Ann
Jessica.
Brooke,
Mhm.
Paula, Brunel
McCarthy, Mary
Sautier,
Jo.
Deborah Baumgartner,
Mhm.
Simon
McCormick,
Baumgartner,
John P.
Got it?
Philip
This one is
Burnham?
MPHUGH McHugh.
Eleanor
Bertram.
Bertram.
Madeline.
Yes.
Wait, I've never seen
Um,
Eleanor spelled that way. Ellen Bush.
All right, so now what do I do with notice effective ballot?
So what you wanna do?
Okay, so I'll count and you count.
This chain of
Okay.
custody for you guys to go through. What happened was this person submitted the ballot and it's not in the certificate envelope.
Oh,
So we didn't take it out. We contacted them and said it's not in the ballot envelope, and they replied with, please count it anyway.
Got
So
it.
we're allowed to count it. So you are just making sure that it's checked off.
okay, so we got two names that we're gonna check off here. Is that right?
No, just one.
Just one, and that's, she's on the bottom. That's why it looks different.
Okay,
She's basically, this is basically her certificate. She submitted it.
36?
all right. So
Okay.
last name, M-E-L.
Yep.
Like Lisa,
Yeah, and that's, we don't have to make any special note of that.
okay. This is Timothy, M-E-E-H,
Got it?
A C is
Meller,
Bruce
Amy,
Kahn,
Mhm.
Yep,
Jenny Cameron,
Merrill, M-E-R-O, Catherine,
Yep.
Next.
Messina, Mario.
Two, Hannah.
Yep.
oh, wait, this is stuck together.
Metherol.
Willa, yep,
Metherol.
I got Willa.
Yep.
And then
Metherol, William.
Yep.
M-E-U-N-I, Menier,
Willa,
D-E-A-N-N-E.
okay.
They could very well be,
All right, so this is the same deal,
Nicholas,
okay.
No, Hannah Keller.
Well, let's make sure we've got a good signature.
well, he's in the military, so I decided to accept his electronic.
Just the way it is.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
allowed to do things by.
Hannah, here's Hannah Cameron.
Oh, they are,
Yeah,
okay.
they're not, they have to.
Yep.
So what
And then
happens?
Jenny
yeah,
Cameron,
I'm allowed to email them the
Nathan
ballot,
Cameron,
but they have to physically return
Nicholas
it.
Cameron,
And he returned the
Thomas
certificate,
Cameron?
but he didn't put the,
Deborah
like,
Kaneko,
typically, and you'll see this, I don't wanna pull it out because
Yeah.
it's his vote.
Cynthia Camper,
Typically, they'll put their ballot in an
and
envelope
then
Take the
Deborah
certificate,
Kaneko
which
and Robert
see.
Kaneko.
to,
And then
which does
Linda
have his
Cantrell?
signature.
Oh, yeah,
James.
okay.
Okay.
And that's why
James
if I had
Cantrell?
signature, I allowed the
Linda
email response
Cantrell?
for please count it. even though it's
Gerald
not in the right
Carty?
envelope.
Got
Makes
it.
sense?
That's, yes,
Works, yeah. All right, last name, M-I-C-H-E-L.
Bradley Chaffee,
Kevin.
yeah,
got it.
All right,
and
Miller,
then there's this
Dustin
Rick,
Chaffee?
Yeah.
Dustin Chaffee,
Miller, John,
Diane Charlin,
Miller,
Yeah.
Linda.
Michael Chase,
Miller.
Michael Cherinsky,
Yeah.
Shinesky,
Miller, Zachary.
Caitlin Cherry,
Yes,
All right, this is
Margaret Christie,
M-E-S-S-E-I,
Jessica Clark,
Wayne.
Levi,
Next one is
Who's that?
Murphy Matthew,
Michael Clausen,
wait, say that again.
M-U-R-P-H.
Stephen
Murphy.
Claypool, Sue
Uh,
Wheeler,
Okay,
Elizabeth Cody,
Next one is Morris and
Frank Cody,
Jennifer.
Patrick Cody,
M-O-R-R.
okay, can you put her ahead
Claire
of?
Colburn,
All right, so,
Jack
Yeah.
Colburn,
all right, Morris
fine,
and
yeah.
Jennifer. And the next one is
Roger
Murphy.
Yep,
Collins.
got it.
Okay, then the next one
There's
is
no
Murray.
junior or junior.
Right, the rest are junior, so I don't know what, it just says
Okay.
senior, but it's.
Oh, okay.
Murphy, M-U-R-T-I-E, George.
John Conway, Pamela
M-U-T-T-Y.
Bonnie.
Benny,
Pamela Cook,
Bonnie, yep.
David
This one
Couliard.
is,
Mhm.
M-U-T-T,
I guess-
oh, that's a junior,
Suzanne
M-U,
Yep,
Yeah, well,
got it.
that's,
all right,
That's
Peter.
the David.
Mhm.
and
that's the
there's
David,
Suzanne.
And
okay.
then we
Right,
go to
isn't
the
it?
last
Yes, yes,
one,
yes.
should be
So
M-U-T-T-Y,
they're-
Sarah.
We got their,
Okay,
they got
Yeah,
their.
all mixed up.
all
John
right, do you
Cronin,
wanna,
Melissa Cronin,
Mhm.
and this here,
And do you wanna count the M's?
Pamela,
Oh,
Junior.
shall I count them here?
yeah, why don't you count
Okay.
it there, and I'll just count the checks, just to make sure we're all.
and then, Roy Cutler.
All right, so let's count them.
Uh,
They're over on the side here, we could look at that, the numbers are all, okay. I couldn't put that in.
Thirty-nine, 40.
Okay.
Okay, D's. Albert Davis. Jacob Davis. Susan Davis. Diane DeAngelis. Pascal DeAngelis.
All right, I have
Gerald Dunner.
49.
Do you have
Dana.
Ann dinner too?
I have Ann
Okay.
and then.
49?
Okay.
I had
Penny
a different
Densmore.
What
number.
did you have?
I had 59.
Heidi
Well.
Duval,
that's
I
fine.
can't read it.
I'm
She
doing-
didn't.
But I was just adding up the.
Ada.
Ada, oh, okay, okay.
That's it.
Okay,
Okay.
John Tracy.
And then John Dwayne,
For those?
sure.
Jeanette Dickinson.
And the official, what we've got
Andrew
right
Beach.
now is 49. And that's fine.
Jennifer Dooley.
I probably need to.
I've got Judith Dooley. No, Judith Donahue. You know, and
Names. Yep,
is it after the? Is it
Dietz?
after the Dooley? Yes,
Donna, okay,
okay,
so Judith
Judith. Mhm.
Donahue,
and then Kierden Donahue, is he after her?
yep.
Okay. Yep.
And then we're on the Dooleys.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Jennifer,
Mhm.
Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Richard,
Mhm.
Samuel,
Mhm.
okay, Elizabeth Douglas.
Mhm.
Is that Kim
Kim
Douglas?
Rainey. Oh, yeah, Kim Douglas.
Yeah,
Kim
yeah,
Rainey Douglas, yeah.
Kent Dramstad,
Mhm.
Maria Dramstad.
Mhm.
Sarah Dramstad. Frank Driscoll,
Mhm.
Kathleen Driscoll, Amy Dubois, Maurice Dubois. Alicia. Well, I can't
Wait,
read
the
it.
next one I have is Pauline.
Oh, that is Paul.
Pauline Dubuque.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And then John.
you're right.
Duhamel,
49.
Yeah.
John
Thank
Duncan,
you.
So now,
Janet Dupont,
you both agree.
Leo.
We want the next one.
Move on. And
Wait a minute, where's the folder? Here. And considerably less in. All right, NOF something,
TZ,
yeah, that's right.
okay, Samuel.
Samuel. Norris, Edward.
Yep.
Norris, Linda.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
32.
Good count.
Yeah.
Surprising number of homes.
Here we go.
What
This
is
is
the color we
O'Donnell,
have for
Cassidy,
See?
O'Donnell, Patrick,
Yep.
O'Hare.
Okay, that sounds right. Yeah, I didn't write it down.
Okay.
And this was 32.
Virgil on that.
D is
Okay. O'Hearn. You.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Good.
Olmsted Barbara.
Yep.
And Orion.
E,
BRIT.
Douglas Edwards,
Okay, so we
Senior.
got 1, 2, 3,
Um,
4, 5, 6.
Grace Edwards,
Okay.
That's 6, right?
Yep.
No, which-
Judy Grace,
Oh.
David Aaron,
The third.
the third.
Right.
Craig Emmons,
No, the next one I have is Jan Ellis Clement.
All right, here we go with the. Paddock,
Okay,
that's what K.
Ellis Clements.
PASIZ, Puzzle Shirley,
Yeah, that,
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Carrizo.
OSPR.
Yeah.
and then.
Okay, this is Sam
And
Thomas.
Thomas.
Okay.
Sam
Yeah.
Emmett,
Harper,
Okay.
Daryl.
Do you have that?
Yep, I have Sam Emmett,
Harper, John,
Greg
Yeah.
Evans?
Parker, Lauren,
Craig
Mhm.
Emmons,
Pearson,
No,
Ethan.
you.
Mhm.
Joshua,
Craig.
Emmons,
Yes.
okay, Stephen Emmons, Kelly
Pelkey,
Erdman,
Mhm.
Phyllis
Mhm.
Etheridge,
Pelkey, Catfield,
Okay,
10 Rearder, Benjamin.
got it.
10,
Perry, James.
Yep.
Perry, Kathleen.
Yep.
Peterson, Charles.
okay, F,
Peterson, John.
Dan.
Jan.
Okay.
Dawn Falcone,
Yes.
James
Had-
Farrar,
Paget,
Uba Farrar,
Carey.
Yeah.
Pettit.
Lisa
Robert,
Farnham,
Pillsbury, Amber.
Lisa Farrar, Craig Fink,
Pittsaway, Kathleen.
Kathleen Fink,
Yep.
Susan
Planky,
Fisher.
Sean.
Yep.
Kevin
P
Fitzgerald,
L E M L E Y.
Mark Ford.
Planky.
First I have.
Stacy, yeah,
yep,
Pomeroy,
and then Mark, okay,
yeah.
and then Catherine
Uh,
Foster
R O R T,
and
Border.
Douglas Frazier.
Porter, the peach.
Yeah.
Right, Porter, Edward,
Okay,
Potvin, April.
Yep.
Potvin, Cheryl,
yep,
We are cooking.
Potvin, Jeffrey,
yeah.
It's one of Brad's
Potvin,
phrases
Johnson,
that I've never heard that I.
Oh, really? Yeah, you're cooking
P R I
with
N
gas.
G, Deborah.
Okay,
Or dipping your knickers in the knot. We-
oh, right. That was 13, right?
Yeah. Cooking with gas.
And P U R I N G, Charlie, Charles, right?
That's it?
We didn't do any cooking like that.
It's gas, it's McDonald's. It's from McDonald's. Yeah.
After 13, right?
Because they cook with
Okay.
gas or?
So
I
we're
don't know.
on G.
I'm
Donna
pretty
Gabry,
sure I got that, I
Barry
read it, Ray
Gallerani,
Croc's autobiography.
Roberta Gallerani, Matthew Gardner. Up, I got him. Oh,
But maybe he got
Byron.
cooking with grease.
I have, you know,
Okay.
I'm one of those people that needs to take, and then Amy goes across the.
Andy Gardner, and then,
Have you ever listened to the
Matthew
program
Gardner?
Away with Word?
okay, Randy Godet,
Isn't that wonderful?
John Gilmore,
That's someone who.
Roberta Gilmore,
Yeah,
Marie
yeah.
Giroux,
Yes.
Donald Green,
Mhm.
Craig Green,
Mhm.
Monica Green,
Mhm.
Dave Greeno.
Yeah.
Elaine Greeno,
Mhm.
Glenn Greeno. Robert
31.
Greeno. Boy, they're a parcel of Greenos. Hunter
31.
Griffin Barnes,
That's not what you have.
No, I have,
Maria,
Uh,
Marina,
I must have,
Yeah.
Mario,
It's close. I know.
okay, Andrew
oh, I did miss a
Guyette,
sheet.
and, Eileen Guyette.
Okay, we're good.
31, good. All right, for P, capital P. All right, capital O. All of 1, 2, all of 4. Here we go.
21,
Oh, this is a Q. Yeah, Quinton.
Q, okay,
All right, Quinton, Andre,
got it?
Quinton, Judy,
Yep.
Quinton, Karen,
Mm-hmm,
Quinton, Mark.
yep,
okay,
Counted four.
H's.
yep,
Paul Heppersang.
Yeah.
Dean Haller,
Correct.
son, Paul, Hamel,
Mhm.
Arthur Harm, Mary Jane
Here we
Healy,
go.
Yes,
Jean Ann Heiss,
yes.
R A B.
Otto Heiss Jr.,
Rappaport,
Courtney?
I didn't have
Or
junior.
Peter.
but-
Yeah, okay.
okay, James,
Reagan.
Helsingus, yeah, Helsingius, Patty, Patricia Helsingius.
Yep,
Patrick,
R A
Helsinki.
C.
Bradley.
Oh, James, okay,
Ray, Kevin,
Julie Hendrick,
Riley, MALA.
Natalie Hendricks,
Yep.
Isabel Herring, Christine Harrington,
Yeah.
I think. this
Larry
is
Harrington,
Is that Autumn Road?
Nikita
Autumn,
Hedren,
yes, R H, oh, there's an H there.
Molly
Yep.
Hilliker,
Same last
Lorraine
name, Road,
Hoffman.
Brett,
Mm-hmm,
Matthew Hoffman,
Richardson, Deborah.
Yeah.
Kevin Hoffman,
Richardson,
Holcomb,
Beth.
Holcomb,
Jo-
Joanne Holcomb, okay,
Joanne and then.
Okay.
Kevin.
okay,
R
Joanne.
I E N D.
Celine.
Kevin,
R O B.
Russell
something.
Holden,
Correct.
John, maybe?
J.R. Howard,
It is, there is a John.
Amy
Okay.
Hugo,
What's the last name?
Roberts.
Charles Hugo,
Oh, the T.
Judith Hugo,
Okay.
Aaron
I'm Robert,
Hutchins,
I don't even.
First I have Lynn Hunter.
Rhyming, Ronin, RONN, Sarah.
Yep.
Robach, Doris.
Yep.
Ross, Eva.
No, but it's still
Mhm.
keep going to
Rose.
Hutchins, see if it's
Rose.
underneath the Hutchins.
There's,
I know her, I should know better than
there's
that.
Hutchins,
Rose,
But there's
Patricia,
another one right there under here.
oh.
Rose, Richard.
Lynn Hunter,
Rossier,
okay,
Marla.
Lynn Hunter,
Rossier,
and
Ron,
then the Hutchins are next.
Yeah.
Rotunda, Joe,
Aaron
Yeah.
Hutchins.
Yep.
Rotunda,
Cynthia
Kim,
Hutchins,
Rousseau,
um,
and
Landon Hutchins,
Mhm.
Monty
Yes.
Hutchins,
Rousseau, Ella,
Mary Ellen Hutchins, and then
And
Monty,
Monty,
okay.
Rousseau, Melanie.
Yep.
Rousseau, Robert.
Yep.
Royce, Deborah.
Yep.
Are you something E, Paul?
Yep.
Rude, is it?
Gary.
Paul Rude, is it Rude, R U D E?
Oh, Paul Rudy, Paula Rudy. It is RUD.
Yeah, I U D E. R U D, Ruden, Gary.
Yep.
R U P R E C H T, Rude, Ted.
Yep.
Dennis.
Got it,
R U U D, Lisa.
got it.
All right. You guys all done?
Thirty-three, okay. Now we're taking a look at.
Poor Grace.
Oh, wait, I didn't write that down. That was,
33.
and that was H. Okay,
I have exactly 30.
one I,
Irish.
Irish, Elizabeth Irish.
This is our last big one.
Okay,
H, I,
This
J,
is S,
uh-huh,
and we start off with S A I something Patricia.
Yep,
Sainsbury, Scott.
Yep.
Salmander,
yep,
same last name, Salmander.
Yeah.
George. Pandora.
J, Brent Jacob,
Pandora, Michael.
Elizabeth Jaffe.
Yep.
Constant Jameson,
Schaefer, S C H.
Galen,
Denise.
Got it.
Shocks.
Yeah.
Alright, S C R I M, Scrim Carol.
Jewett,
S C R I M, Scrim Stephen.
Julia Johnson.
Yep.
Laurie Orton Johnson,
Shaw.
William Johnson,
Brad.
Bradford,
Robert
Okay.
Jones,
Shaw, Colleen.
Anissa Joy,
Shaw, Timothy,
Corinne Joy,
Sheldon.
Pamela Julia.
I have first Michael, but.
Okay, Michael,
Sheldon,
Okay.
Sanford,
Michael and Pamela,
right?
Andrea Junior, Andrew.
Mary, Mary,
Don't want to miscount that one.
okay.
Angela.
David.
Yep.
Sime, Stacy.
Yep.
Siddle, Cheryl.
Yep.
Slaughter, Christian.
16,
Smith, Alex.
Yeah.
Smith, Dale.
Mhm.
Smith. Stancy,
Stacy.
Stacy,
Yeah.
okay. SNY
K,
Snyder,
Right.
Brett Payne, Ina King,
this is
Christopher,
SOGOK, David.
Yep.
Karen Bellis.
yes, Karen Bellis, Gloria Koch,
Uh-huh.
Catherine
Soul
Kosovitz,
dash Holden, Martha.
Carrie Kenny,
Yeah,
Philip,
well,
Philippe.
first I have Jacqueline
Yep.
Kenny.
yep, Jacqueline Kenny,
And then I have
TINN.
and then Randy,
And
Dean.
Gary.
and then Carrie, okay, and then Doug Kenyon,
Yeah.
Robin
Star,
Kenyon, James Kilbride,
Wait,
Kilbride,
No, first I have.
say that again?
Star,
let's see.
CAR, Peter.
Kilbride, Leslie Kiley,
Yeah, yeah, and then I have James.
and then James and Marie,
STARR.
and then, John King,
Start.
sorry,
Sandra
Peter.
Kinney,
He's a little out of order,
William Paul Kenny,
Oh,
but that's okay.
Paula Knight,
We don't care.
should we put it back in order?
Catherine Kaczynski.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter anymore. Okay,
That's it.
all right, this
Yeah,
is
so
Germaine.
keep them open and put
Oh,
them-
Saint Germain,
Yep.
Marietta.
Mm-hmm.
This is Saint Hic Joseph,
18.
Yep.
Saint Hilaire Stacy,
Yeah, last one.
Saint Marie
Okay.
Andre.
Yep.
Saint Marie Gale.
Yep.
Stewart. Ian.
Yes.
Stewart.
Okay,
Donald.
Patricia LaBounty,
Mm-hmm.
Timothy LaBounty,
David
David Ladd,
Sternio.
Dora Lynn
Cheryl.
Ladd,
Yeah.
Janet Ladd.
Stenio Jonathan.
Mhm.
Marilyn LeGros, Audrey Lambert, Terry Lambert,
Yep.
Dwayne Lamont Jr.
SURPR, Matthew.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have a junior. or senior,
Okay,
so it doesn't
okay.
matter.
Carla Langlois,
Dor-
Miliana
Mindy,
LaRose,
okay.
And the last one is
Harold
Sweeney
LaRose.
Logan.
Yep.
All right,
Patricia Lashray,
Mhm.
Rita Latimer, Roland Latimer, Cindy Levine, Margaret Levine, Peter Levine, Richard Levine, Claire Lavoie,
Mhm.
Susan Lawrence,
Mhm.
Becky Letcher, Lloyd Letcher Jr.,
Mhm.
Caitlin Leverenz, yep, Keith Leverenz, Patricia Leverenz, Daniel Leffler, Rebecca Long,
Mhm.
Stephen Long,
Mhm.
what is that, Long or Lange?
Lonzo.
Lange, Deborah Stark. Wait, what's it start doing in the?
all right, I have a number when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
43.
Because it's.
It lines up good.
Oh, okay, okay.
You ready for the cheese?
I am.
All right. Adam, Andrew.
Yeah.
Hatham, got it?
Uh-huh.
All right. Thomason, Travis.
Okay.
Thompson, Kate.
Yep.
Here, Joanne.
Yep.
Tim, FFILN.
Yes.
Yep.
We need to go back to the-
Tranby, MAJKEN.
Yeah, being group on that.
Yeah,
one. Okay, so no.
Tranby, Michael.
It's a senior here.
Yep.
Sandy, Susan.
So that you can.
Yep.
So if we all determine what
Uh,
we should do, we should change it, because he'll probably vote on it.
This is TRANMER, being Bruce.
Yep.
Trainer, Mary Jane.
Yep.
Travasani, Gino. Travasani, okay. Travasani, Kim.
Yep.
Travasani, Vivian.
Yeah.
Turner, Carrie.
Got it. Oh.
We could start with making sure all the checks and cash marks.
All right, I have 14.
Yeah.
You would do it 14?
Yes.
If we confirm
This
that-
was for the
But then maybe.
14.
You.
0.
Yep.
B, all of
I think I was, but. let me just
5.
double check.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Vaughn, Gregory,
Yep.
Vizina, Gertrude,
Mm-hmm.
Vizina, Jason.
Yep.
Vianney, Bruce,
Okay.
Vianney, Michelle,
Yep.
and Borstal, Stephen.
Yep.
I want to.
I think we're,
I got
65, except for that one.
I'm just double checking to make sure that.
You ready for W?
I am.
All right. Walker, Sonia,
can find that picture.
Ward, Christopher,
I'll send it to you.
Yep.
Ward, Garrett,
Mhm.
Ward, Maria,
Marisa.
Marisa, Ward, Robert,
Mhm.
Weber, Lisa,
Yep.
Weeks, John,
Mhm.
Wendell, Eddie,
Yep.
Wentworth, Darby,
Yeah.
West, Alexandra,
Yep.
Quick, Quickly Harm, Dash,
Yep.
Kathleen, Wilcox, Tanya,
Yep.
William, Abigail,
Mhm.
William, Allison,
Mhm.
William, Daniel,
Yeah.
Wilson, yeah. Will, Edward,
Uh-huh.
Willett, Lisa,
Yep.
Wimble, Judith,
Yeah.
Wright, Brenda,
Mhm.
Wright, Michael.
Yep.
Wyman, Stanton,
Okay.
and Wyman, Lisa.
The teacher,
Got it.
the English teacher, yeah, it's not,
Did you like it?
it's wacky. Yeah, and I like it because it's short on the summer.
Okay.
And it's just what we need for this next few days. Yeah,
What's it called? The English
the
teacher?
English teacher, yeah.
We watched Wicked Little Letters the other night. What's it called?
I have 23.
It was Wicked Little Letters. It was really good.
Was it a movie or a series? Okay.
That's right. I have to write that down.
23?
Hilarious. Andy picked it out for me because I like, period pieces. I was
Oh,
like, figure like, I don't know, maybe 1950s.
Okay,
But,
you said it was,
23?
you didn't watch the other day, the Sunday
Yes.
last summer. Because we just got this book that's about Tennessee Williams, and so we don't. Elizabeth Taylor in all her glory, yes.
Okay.
now what was the series that you said?
Huh?
What was the series you mentioned?
the English teacher?
The English teacher.
teacher.
It's a series.
No, it's completely wacky comedy.
We both quickly looked up what is an English teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were days when there was a wacky comedy going on, like the day before vacation. You remember those days?
I try to repress them.
That was a good day for movies. I did that a lot, especially with junior and seniors, you know, especially the base level. We didn't want to be in school anyway, the day before vacation, so we'd have a good movie too.
Yeah. The
All right,
Grinch.
this is Yanda. You ready for the whole
Got
list?
it, the whole list of whys,
All
that's,
right, here we
that's
go.
it, right?
Get started. Paul,
Yep, gotcha.
I have one.
I have one.
We want to be exact. Correct.
I admire, I approve.
This is Z. Here we go. Zehle, Eleanor,
Okay.
Zeno, James,
Right.
Zeno, Tracy. And this is out of
It
alphabetical order,
is.
but that's right. Zell, Adolf.
Yep.
Oh, poor child. What was his parents thinking with a name like Adolf?
Well, he was born in 1939. Sorry.
He was born in 39.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Mhm.
And it totally excuses it. All right, I'll his mother. Okay, so I have all of 4 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should not. That's it. All right, so are we all
Okay.
set?
We are. You just have to add those up, right?
Do I have to add them all up?
Yes, please.
Yes, we do. And then we have to add them to theirs.
Yeah. So, you gonna do it?
You can do it by hand and I'll do it by calculator. Is that okay?
Fuck, the English major is gonna do this by hand.
We can switch. I don't mind doing it by hand.
No, that's not right. I managed to keep my checking account and stuff, so I'm okay.
That's better than me.
I'll just play it full. Oops.
Cracks me up.
Okay, I have a number.
I have a number,
Mine is 254. 254.
mine is 214.
All right. Let me see. 18, 19. All right, I have 264.
214.
Sorry, that isn't nice to laugh, but I can't help it.
Read the numbers.
Yep.
They,
All right. 99.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. Is this 49 or 99?
that's a 49, sorry.
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay, that's it, that's the difference.
So let's go through it though.
Let's go through it anyway.
49.
49, 3, 6, 31, 4, 30, 43, 14, 6, 23, 1, 4.
214. Okay,
That's what I got too.
Okay. So it is,
and what did you guys?
we
do?
are 265.
Without that one ballot.
Oh, we need,
Oh, yeah.
so it'll
we
be
have a
26.
group
it'll be
decision.
266.
We have a ballot that needs some review.
Okay, so it says Reginald Allen Senior up here. The printed
Right.
one, and then the signature and the printed name. We think that looks like a junior, because there's a senior and a junior on the checklist.
It looks like a JR to me.
So it's,
Do you think that, at least that as well?
senior is what's checked off because we need barcode. But if it's actually junior that voted, we should move the check mark from senior to junior. So if senior comes in tomorrow, he isn't told he can't vote. Make sense?
Yeah.
But that's what we have to decide.
Well, both of them go below the line, which means, suggests to me that it's a J.
Very good. Yeah,
Yeah. It looks like a J to me.
Okay, so I have the whiteout, if you guys will,
Okay.
white out the check mark for
Great catch.
senior.
I mean, that's a good distinguishing.
Haven't seen that in a while.
So this is
How do I use this thing? So,
Is it warmed up now? Oh, good.
It
Yeah,
is.
okay.
Alan?
Take that one off. And do you want me to put this in?
Let's do black, please.
Oh, yeah.
So that would go,
With a hashtag too.
yes.
So that's one
Okay.
more A,
So
right?
one more A.
One more A and one more vote.
So 266 we're at.
So 266 plus 214 is 480.
alrighty.
That was our goal?
That was our goal.
Yes,
Wow.
get to move on.
Gas and base. Oh, then.
And it's not even 1 o'clock. It's
Yeah,
5
4 minutes. We haven't put it in yet.
So we all agree
We gotta put it in the
that
machine.
480
Yeah.
is the number. I'm gonna put 480
Yeah,
on our
yeah.
sheet to, that we're all gonna sign at the end as affirmation.
Yep.
For the number of ballots to be 480. So we're looking for 480 ballots to be in the tabulator at the end of the next step.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do now, I would recommend, we all get on one side of the table. We're gonna have one person open a ballot, face down. Slide it to the next person who's gonna leave the envelope face down, take out the ballot. They're gonna hand the ballot to the next person who's gonna do their best to take out all of the creases. The fourth person's gonna put it in tabulator.
Very good.
Or do we
So
bring the
we're
tabulator
bringing
down?
over, I'm letting you know the next step, but you're right, before we do all that, we have to get the tabulator fired up, so.
Let's do it. Crank this baby up. And put 480 in. Tabulator's coming up.
All right, which side of the table do you want to be on?
Well, let's get the, I can't remember what side we put them in.
Okay, so let's figure that out. Now, is this, we have 3 former teachers here, is that right?
3 what?
Former
former teachers,
teachers?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, no wonder you like
One
the.
elementary, 2 high school.
Well,
No wonder we like the what?
the English teacher as a series.
Yeah, but no, that's what you, I thought you was thinking, no wonder we like the older, because teachers usually like a little bit. More.
Really?
Oh, I think so, except my
Okay.
husband's an exception.
That's the years of trying to get kids to. say,
Put it in a stack, okay? Put it over here, let them. Yeah.
And this, you know, I had a moment today. I have blood drawn every single one. And I usually ask her, what's the best book you read in high school? And she was probably 23, 24 and all. We got to talking about that. And we talked about Catch and the Rye is good, but also Kill a Mockingbird is the one that you read as a teenager, but read it when you're 26 and see it from a different perspective as an
Yeah.
adult. Anyway, we had that discussion, and then she said, what did you read in college
Okay.
that you really liked?
She asked you that?
So-
She asked me,
Yeah.
and I'm, all of a sudden it's like,
You couldn't
I don't
remember?
remember what I read in college for novels. I mean, we did poetry and, you know, that kind of stuff.
You mean in a class or just for fun? As an English, in.
No, as
in
an English
a
teacher,
literature
what
class?
did I read? And I could not,
You know, I can't think of one even.
Okay.
you know,
I am going to, I have
Okay.
slid this in, and run it over for me. It's been plugged in power in the back, it's been locked in here, and then the next step. Mess with it, and then we lock it. Well, you want to make sure there's no bells in there already. That is next step. Okay. You are very smart. I just want to make sure that's secure.
Wire hanger.
So, yes. So. This takes a little bit of agility. That's gonna make
Is the yogurt swap mode?
Yes, because there's 2 compartments in there. You need to make sure there's nothing in that right end compartment. Yes.
His own computer. Yep.
Nothing, that makes
It's got nothing but air.
So, anything else wanna check?
No, I can see.
I don't need to. Got my yogurt today.
So-
no,
I'm going to latch this compartment until we can find.
If they felt that.
Here a lot longer. Okay, so if you guys will confirm that's locked. From here on, it's not gonna be open until we locked. Okay, now we have to check the auxiliary compartment. This is where if somebody's ballot on election day, today we'll handle any of that happens. If anyone has a ballot that is machine readable on election day, it goes in here. And then last shift, I have 2 election workers.
Oh, so we can-
Transfer it to determine. But for now, I'm making sure nothing's in there.
Yep.
Back. Okay, now I need to get. Unwind that and try and plug it in there, and I'm going to get out my emulator instructions.
So this is the company that you're saying changed all the votes to Venezuela.
They sued. right?
Yeah,
And
yes,
won.
and lost.
No,
Oh, Dominion won,
Dominion won,
Dominion won,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah,
Oh, they won big for,
a lot of money,
yeah, many million.
yeah. Against Fox. Yes,
Was it 700 million?
something like
I was
that,
just,
yeah.
I saw it on TV the other day, it is, we're 700 million.
Yeah.
They
And then,
sued
there's,
for it.
and there's still a lawsuit that's out, that hasn't been decided yet. Against somebody else from Dominion. I mean, it's Dominion brought the case.
So, before we turn this thing on, which is the next step, I would like you all to confirm, Bob as chair of the Board of Civil Authority, he worked with me to perform a test. We have all of the test ballots here, everything was in order, we sealed the programming cards in here. Before we start putting ballots in, we want to make sure the seal numbers match what Bob and I reported when well, that's from March, that's not gonna be about. Here we go.
Yeah.
10/10/24. So those are the seal number admin.
702-882. And then 702-862.
And I think that's that stuff. Is that this?
Yep.
All right. Okay, seal numbers match. I'm going to also write those seal numbers on our little affidavit that we confirmed. So if somebody will leave me
702, the first one, 702-862.
Okay.
And then second is 702-882. And I guess if these are open, they're destroyed, huh? So you could.
You know, if that ever happens, I would just be calling people higher than me.
It's not in your
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, that means it's been tampered with.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Then you just, that's what you're supposed to do then, right?
Yeah, they probably get the FBI involved. and
yeah, yeah.
We'd be dealing with a whole other.
Like, like media.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
More than the island.
Thankfully, it all matches.
Because our young North Heroes vote makes a huge difference. But it's still the integrity of the process. Does it, every vote is equal.
Integrity everywhere for calling up.
We got enough, stuff from the public, with the courthouse, we don't need any more
Right.
reports from Channel 5.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn it on. I need, if somebody will stick this in the hole. Like having the finger on the button.
Oh, okay.
I always forget that.
I remember that last time too. I
Yeah.
thought that was fairly common. I mean, just.
Yeah, that's.
It's a-
really bizarre.
yeah, it's a fun
safety feature. Well, that way, nobody can be turning on off on election day.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that they have to have my
And,
doohickey.
and you know, all the steps that she's going through right now, flying the whack on the thing. That there's also some cheating going on here, when there's so many passes.
because they don't know the process, they don't know the process. How many people realize this?
And
And then,
Well,
no,
and
yeah,
like, please.
yeah. Yeah.
They're welcome to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch right now,
Yep.
from home.
Yeah. Well, that's like that Giuliani suit with the poll workers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Where he accused them of bringing suitcases.
Yeah,
in.
moving stuff around, yeah. Yeah, those two, none of their lives.
Yeah.
But yeah, fortunately, they were.
Okay.
They won the suit.
This says it's November 4th at 2:10. Oh, we should probably change the time.
They might say
Oh.
So we all agree it's November 4th?
Yep,
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
I have 106 or 06. Yep.
Me too.
What time is this? 1:06 PM.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna confirm the date and time. And we're going to open the polls. And when we open the polls, a 0 report will print, and we will all want to verify that it's all zeros.
No balance.
No ballots have gone through yet.
Oh, those are all the names on the ballots.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we all sign.
A lot of zeros.
Start them.
Find it.
Yeah.
Am I an inspector? I am.
Not the easiest, is it? I wonder if I have a clipboard I can stick under there. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Open to complete. We can continue.
So we have
Open the polls.
We have people to come to.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's ready. So we need to begin the process of our assembly line. Okay, I don't care who does what role. If one of you is more comfortable with opening envelopes.
They like to put it in the magic machine.
Okay,
Some
so,
open envelopes.
okay, let me get you two different kinds of letter openers.
I have a pocket knife, is that okay?
Yes, but we're gonna have Lisa open them.
Oh, okay.
We got assigned roles here to keep this private. So. We're gonna put you here, Lisa. We're gonna have the ballots. Okay, thank you. Start with the A's. All right. Okay, so flip it upside down. You'll probably want to start with them upside down. So that you don't
See your names.
Yeah. Okay. Okay,
Oh, we're gonna have a line.
yes. So Bob, I'll clear a spot. You can sit here and your job will be to flatten all the trees.
Oh, okay. Then what do I do?
So when she slits it open, she's gonna slide it down to you.
Yep.
You're gonna leave the certificate envelope flat on the table so that the name is never in view.
Okay,
And then you're gonna take the ballot out. You're gonna make a
Oh.
pile of the certificate envelopes,
okay.
because we have to keep those.
So give the ballot to Bob.
Yep.
And put a pile there.
All right, and
Exactly.
then
You-
I,
You're taking the creases out
Okay.
as much as possible.
like this.
Yep, making it easy for Diane to get in the,
Okay.
and then you just
And if
slide
I
it
do it
in.
this way, I'm not looking at the thing, I'm just looking.
Well, that doesn't matter anymore.
It's
There's
not,
no
it's
name.
not connected to a name.
It's
Oh.
the ticket envelope that has the name. The top of it.
See.
He's asking for work, so. And. Okay, I'll get to refresh my,
Slow down, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Go down.
Freeze.
Tabulator troubleshooting.
well, that's how to replace for time. Yeah, assistant for slide. If the voter's ballot becomes jammed, the voter will be counted to after.
That's a cool thing Lisa has.
Security.
That's a cool thing that you're.
Yeah,
I've had one of those, they work
I
well.
actually brought my own.
Oh, you
Just in
did?
case Fran didn't have one.
Security key, and that'll tell us if it read it or not, so why.
Okay, and then I'll put those back and then.
Diane Duncan?
Yeah. I
You
did
broke
like
it?
number two.
Did you broke it with number 2, not
I
the very
did.
first one.
Better today than tomorrow.
Indeed.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay. Are you ready to proceed? Are we holding our
Did the
breath?
town purchase this?
No, they're provided by the Secretary of State's office. Yeah, the town can purchase more. It's the town's responsibility to make sure that there are enough equipments or supplies.
Yeah. To make it.
I'm retiring from this spot. I'm good at taking creases out.
You wanna try it?
I think it's going really slow.
envelope without looking at the front of the envelope.
2 straights in it.
You're gonna.
Okay.
Fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'll feed it while then. I'll
except
put it
you're,
okay.
you're probably,
Yeah, I
no
think
different
it's
than the
moving really
typical
slow. It
voter
doesn't
who's
want
putting their
anything
thing in, so
submitted
it's really
until
good
it's
to
gotten
have
that
this.
feedback.
That's right.
Oh,
That's for
okay.
her to know
So
exactly how to do it
you're
and to do it kind of.
ready to
Yeah.
Here.
Come on. Yeah, I wish you could think it's been finicky.
All right.
I swear, there are some elections where there's no issues and some elections that it's just unhappy.
Do they drop off different
Right, now-
machines? That's ours and it's locked away between elections.
Please insert a
So
ballot,
go ahead. But I think,
even though this is.
yes, that's just letting me know that it's charging. So I think it's just going really slow.
Yeah.
And you have to wait until you get a check mark before.
Before you put another one in.
Yeah.
And that doesn't usually happen with
Yes.
voters because there's a little lag time in
Because
between.
people.
But
vote,
I
yeah.
was like doing
Yeah, yeah.
the stat, so I think that's probably why.
But so Albert, I heard this from our postmaster, so this is hearsay. But she said the last time she voted, it was their annual town meeting and they had 5 ballots. And they only had 1 tabulator and it reads 5 ballots so slowly. She said she waited almost an hour for her turn to put her 5 ballots.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my
So this
God.
is when a town would want to purchase their own tabulator. They would say, okay, if we're going to have elections like that, we need to make sure there are 4 tabulators or however many.
Right.
It's being slow,
It's just slow.
yeah. I think it might be the longer ballots. We never had,
Cause it has to read it.
yeah, it takes a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
Our names are all on the other side.
I know.
So there's the paper ballot, there's the
Half
electronic
of people
picture
don't even turn.
that you
it
can
Start
compare.
sending it
those
my
two.
way now.
Okay,
We're ready.
all right.
We're ready for the bees.
Don't go too fast.
No, we will not.
Take your time.
That was good practice for me, though. 'Cause
How long do you
now
have to
the-
hold on to
I
the
know about
ballots?
exam tomorrow. 22 months,
Wow,
which is,
almost 2 years, wow.
yeah, there's a right before the next one, actually. So November 5th, 2027.
I have been with her 2 years later as we have taken it to. I remember sometimes we get the date on it.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But you'll need to take it out, Diane. It's Tim's job to unfold.
Oh, what do I do?
Just take it out.
Just take it out and then Kim unfolds. it.
Pass it to me?
Yeah.
I can't do it. I might be fired from two parts of the assembly.
You're too efficient. You want to
trying to do it all.
like really fast. You've been a teacher for too many years and.
We aren't used to having like teachers' aides really, or.
Yeah, it could help.
That's okay.
We've done pretty good so far. The other thing I found in 2020, when you send out absentees in mass, is you get very interesting returns, like. They use their crayon to fill it in, or
Oh.
they got peanut all over it.
Because
or spill coffee on it, yeah, exactly.
Or in one case, we saw they used each other's envelopes and then had to cross out one name and.
Yeah.
Tim said, yeah, it's like they're probably sitting at the table together and got
Yeah.
got them mixed up.
Lisa, I haven't seen you to tell you what a nice job you did on those trail signs. I think they look wonderful.
I
You
think
know,
so
they're
too.
like old fashioned and,
Yeah, I think they look great.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
honestly, Scott really is. the
Oh,
one that
cutting
made
it out.
them-
Yeah.
Made them look
Yeah.
good. And well, and he oiled them too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
On Pilots and,
Oh,
But-
yeah.
yeah, they did, it's like a retro, you know.
It's actually, it's
Federal.
called National Park.
Oh, is that the font?
That is the font and it's.
Oh.
um, I'm taking this
Well, all
off
that
and then I can
national
put it back
park stuff
on
is so
after you
iconic.
take out the ballot. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so we keep, just, I don't know if there's a.
yeah, they have to stay together.
Yeah.
The envelope does,
But the envelope has to stay with this.
Like this, but you can clip them back together.
Those are people that, Heard about it.
Yeah.
Came in and there was an issue and then they.
I wonder
Yeah.
who developed that font? It must have been somebody.
It was some worker, that the
Yeah.
federal worker,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think it was recreated and it's by a developer and they just,
Yeah.
they do it by donation. They don't even charge for the font. It's, you can. Yeah, that's neat.
I have a couple of, it interests me, I don't know that much about it, but I have a couple of books on fonts, I'd love to look at. it.
I can send you the information about that particular font.
I'm not, I don't know what I would do with it, I'm just interested, just interested.
Like,
Yeah.
what's your favorite font?
I know it's kind of a personal question.
I don't know if I have a favorite font or not. I remember in school, kids picking out their font for the papers, you know, they would do it
That's
every
exactly, say, don't
hours.
really cute.
Oh, I know.
Be, you know, like I don't wanna read that.
Ambiguous means it can be.
Brad always used the same font, that's like everything he did.
Well, you need a signature font. Oh, yeah.
He did.
So we're not. in songs.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I like Garamond.
Yeah.
But you see what I mean?
Yep.
You know that one?
I know almost all of them.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Well, for a while, the ninth
Put it on the
graders
thing on
were
the desk.
really
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
comics,
Yeah,
cause it's like a,
it's fun.
it's whimsical kind of, or,
Yeah.
So we have a ballot the machine wouldn't take, and I believe it's because the write-in goes out of the lines.
uh-huh,
So what I'm gonna do is start a pile of ballots for us to transfer. So
okay,
at the end of this process, we'll have
Okay.
a stack that we need to transfer to readable ballots.
got it.
But we don't want it to get.
But
mixed up
yeah,
with-
maybe you can start your pile somewhere really separate.
Yep, exactly.
You know, these envelopes have a little pull tab on them.
I've had, do they?
They do, see?
Yeah, see the
Right there.
perforation?
Huh. Does it
But-
work?
It does, but I mean,
It
that,
takes longer probably.
it does take longer. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not as clean. So I like this method.
No.
Papyrus is also, one I remember that is like a. Doesn't papyrus, that font look a little like,
It's very thin.
what does it conjure up, like a,
So this one, I believe,
Egyptian?
is a military one.
oh yeah,
Where, so I think it's gonna be on regular paper and we'll have to transfer that one. So go ahead and open it and take it out, because we
oh,
don't,
she did.
we don't want it associated with the name, so that their vote is private. So you unwrap it, but then give it to me, because we'll have to transfer it.
And this just goes in this file?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at it. Little break in the action.
Okay, Bob is slow over here.
Well,
Thank God, he hasn't made one jam since he took
We
over.
work well
Yeah,
together.
apparently you do. I have a little personality conflict with that. Our chemistry isn't as good as yours.
Whenever we do this, I think of the big towns where they have hundreds of thousands. of it.
yeah,
This is why I think they have machines that do it, because.
oh, they do.
Opening them.
That, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
Well, remember in Arizona, when they brought that company in there was, the ballots were contested, and they had like a gym floor, and it was full of people and ballots, yeah.
Let's not forget the Chads. The Chads in Florida.
Yeah.
You don't know that one?
You're
that was
old enough to know that.
That was.
Al Gore.
Al Gore
Al
and
Gore, George Bush.
Yeah,
It was decided by Supreme Court.
The
then.
Supreme
Yes.
And it went down to one vote, one Supreme Court judge. Sure.
to accept the ballots. without a further recount. Yeah, yeah.
We'll look that one up later.
Yeah. Okay, I remember staying up and watching that one. That went to like 3 in the morning and then there was no.
Yeah, there's
no
resolution, yeah.
And the chads were like on the voting machines that.
They knocked out like
Yeah.
pieces of,
Yeah,
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 hanging chads.
hanging chads, that's what.
yeah, those things where you had the pin and you pushed,
Yes.
yes, to mark your vote. Did you ever have those here?
No, well, I don't know, but I'm trying to think. I did vote in Pennsylvania once when I lived there and it was interesting because you walk in, it's like a big city and you wait in line and there are the curtain booths and shut it behind you and something's happening.
Sometimes you pull a lever.
That's what I.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's done that too.
Yeah.
And then it all disappears. You just
Yeah.
go like
Yeah.
this. But there was no paper involved in that. You just.
Yeah.
put-
Yeah, and it had like a little counter in the back,
Yeah, and
but,
then.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
This seems like there's way more controls in this process.
Mm.
When I first started, I thought I was gonna digitize the whole vault and I'd be like the hero of North Hero to get rid of all the paper and after having learned systems and retention schedules, I'm like, you gotta have paper. You have to have a backup. You gotta have paper. And so,
But that doesn't mean there's not a use for the digital thing.
no, everything's being digitized still. It's just.
Hold on to the paper.
This is the world we live in where you not only like call people and visit them, but you also do email and write letters. There's just like 5 ways to do everything now.
Yeah.
Which can be good.
And what was the name of your movie? Fran?
I think it was Wicked Little Letters.
Oh,
Letters, like
Yeah,
L
it's
E
like
T T
selling
E R?
a letter. Yep,
And the setting was the 50s.
in England, yeah.
Oh, the clothes must have been
Yeah.
interesting. The 50s were.
The- Maybe it was after World War One. They kept talking about the war. And the clothes seemed a little more like the 30s. to me, the
Oh.
50s.
Oh, maybe it was after World War One.
Yeah.
Padded shoulders, the women.
That's the seventies, isn't it?
Yeah, but also like the 40s,
Oh, really?
right?
Yeah, I mean,
30s and 40s, yeah, my mom wore, it. Yeah.
Really?
Well, it goes light, it's really tight in here, like the blazers that were tight. in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
but the reason I found it so neat was because apparently it's a true story.
Oh, okay, this is a different feel to it, I just
Okay,
continue.
so let's have Tim unfold it and then give it to me. It'll be a transferable. Yep, this is in the letter. So they, two changes rather than double sided, so.
Was that the letter part that you just put in there? Or the envelope? No,
It
because the
was the
envelope,
letter part. I
so we
didn't
need
see
to
how
match
it-
up the letter with the envelope.
I think the letter was in the envelope though, and the envelope was already gone.
Well, so I can wrap it up, yeah, you can. We have time. We can both. I didn't sign the others, you're right. Oh, here you go. Okay,
Perfect. Good catch.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, my recent get your mind off the election movie was this movie called Pick of the Litter about training guide dogs for the blind.
Oh, I saw that.
Isn't that
Yes, yes,
great?
yes, it's very good.
Is it a documentary?
It
Yes,
is.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think Tracy Terrell was talking about that. At the
I think
hospital.
so, I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
When we were sitting there, she was, yeah.
Yeah. Very fun. You end up rooting for these dogs and there's a
I-
high failure rate.
It's hard, what we ask them to do. How you doing over there, Bob?
Fine.
Great.
Just doing what you're told, huh? And wait for.
I think maybe, like after we get a quarter of the way through, we should rotate so we don't get repetitive stress injuries.
I thought you were gonna say bored, but either.
That
way,
That's an injury of sorts.
Uh,
So is this method being used all across Vermont? Is this like, or did you just decide this is?
No, it's,
That's it, yeah.
there's an election procedures that gets printed and distributed by the Secretary of State's office and. Yeah. It's-
And are most towns, doing their absentee ballots the day before?
I don't have a good feeling for that.
Okay.
Some larger towns I know, I like when I can, I just go to the county clerk meeting and Grand Isle gets kind of lumped in with Chittenden. And so, yeah, so most of the clerks have a very different population base and thus procedure.
Yeah,
And one of the things they talk about is, as soon as absentees are available, setting up the tabulator so that it's available in the office for whoever comes in to vote. So if you were to come in and vote, you could just stick it right in the tabulator. Like,
instead of doing an absentee, but it's like early voting.
yeah, yeah. And so there's a fairly large amount of administrative overhead with that. There's a whole, of course, the machine can't ever be left alone.
Yeah.
They have a larger office with multiple people and there's a whole chain of custody for the end of the day and the beginning of the day that you have to do it daily. But also, you would have to have a process for how to handle absentees that get mailed in or dropped off, because you can't, as the clerk, sit there by yourself and just.
Right.
So I don't know if larger towns that choose to do that, if they still have a process like this before the election, or if they have BCA members that come in periodically and do that. But
So tomorrow, if somebody comes to vote and they don't bring their ballot with them, then they have to sign a whole other thing.
An
Yeah.
affidavit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's likely that would happen.
oh yeah, I've already talked to people who just got them and threw them away. They don't like the whole.
Like, I'm gonna vote in person, so I don't need this.
Right,
That's
Yeah.
what they're thinking, right?
yeah, and of course, the Secretary of State, they only have so much of a budget and they sent everybody a ballot, so they didn't want to give us a full regimen of necessary
Right,
ballots.
right.
Like we would for a normal in-day
Yeah.
person voting. We only got, I think, 20% of our checklist. Which, and clerks, now that they've been hearing, and I've been hearing this too, that there are a large amount of people who want to come and vote in person and may or may not have their ballot. We've all been trying to figure out how to print our own ballots. So yes,
Wow.
if we get envelope here, and then, Ken can unfold that and I'll take it for transfer.
So I'm sorry, so then what if, figuring out what you do, if you run out of ballots,
Yes.
share with other towns?
Well, but every town has its own ballot.
Yeah,
They
'cause you got
they wouldn't
JP's
have
on
the
the ballot.
justice of the
Yeah.
peace.
Is not
Well,
thinking,
and they all, every town is kind of expecting to be in this boat. So I have actually experimented with printing my own ballots, and that's one of the things I was hoping we could walk through, okay, when we transfer. Okay, was trying some of these I printed and seeing if they would go through.
Okay.
At least I would know that that's gonna work or not work in the material. If it doesn't work, then I'll have some photocopying on regular paper and ready for people to vote on. But they'll have to be put in the auxiliary and
Okay.
hand counted.
Hand counted and other people watching for
It'd
both.
be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But you have a backup, a plan
mean,
B
that's-
and a plan C.
yes, that's, yes, exactly.
Well, that's what we do if the machine can't read it anyway, so.
Right.
Good
We've
point.
never had the hand count though, because we always just transfer on the machine readable, but if you complete run out of ballots and the ones you print won't go through. There's again counting, so. That's, people keep asking me, how soon will you have results? And I'm like, what?
That's the question the whole country is asking, right?
And I'm not rushing, so.
Right. And some of that, I mean, I'm thinking of tomorrow night. After it closes. Sometimes just the write-ins slow
Oh,
things
that's.
down.
people
Yeah,
don't
that's what-
realize What a pain
Right,
in the
right.
ass,
So
yeah,
this-
yeah.
This ballot doesn't seem to have as
No.
many of that kind of thing as.
So,
Oh, anything.
Well,
They can, I know, but
well, state elections, you won't have as many write-ins, but we have the JPs on the back. I think the
Oh.
thing with the JPs where we might get off easy is it's a full slate. Most of the time you,
if it's only 4, but you can count, you can vote for 5.
then you have to go through and count those fifth. But for local elections, if you have, there's a statute that says if the number of people on the ballot matches the number of seats open, and the votes cast for them are more than the number of write-ins, then you can just declare those.
Yeah, that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
okay.
hoping we can do that tomorrow. We might get easy on the write-ins. You might get off easy on the write-ins.
Hi, bailiff.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
you're right.
There is,
That
yeah.
tends to be the one where people
Yeah.
feel like they're comedians.
Well, there's no one on the ballot,
Well,
so
and then
it's,
they
can-
so somebody's gonna write something
When
in.
you always get a lot of write-ins is when somebody
That's
is on
right,
the
it's the
ballot.
high bailiff.
Yeah.
And, you
Yeah.
know,
Even if people don't know what that person does.
Mhm.
All the kids at Colchester High School get tomorrow off,
really?
because it's the only voting spot in Colchester now. It used to
Why?
be, it's combined, I guess. I don't know what it used to be, one district votes in Colchester Village and the other District 2 votes in the high school, and that wasn't enough, I mean, so high school would go on, the school would go on. But now that it's the entire town of Colchester, there's too much going on to have high school kids there. Even because of the parking lot and everything else, it's
Oh, okay.
packed with.
All those seniors, and the teachers too.
And not just seniors, juniors can drive too
Yeah.
and park.
What's the population of Colchester? Does anyone
The
know?
third largest
It's
in
the
the
third
state.
largest. I don't know the number.
Town in
but
the
I was
state.
Surprised,
Wow.
yeah. And to have one polling location for the third largest population.
That's
wanna know- I
crazy.
know.
Find out why that changed.
Yeah,
I mean, like, even in California, we could, if we wanted to, or if we needed to, we had polling places in people's houses. I mean, really,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
huh. That would be interesting.
that was
Come on,
fun.
make it like one
It was
more
fun, it was. There, you know, we talk about cookies, man.
But yeah, we lived in Colchester in District 1 for over 30 years, and we never voted at the high school, ever, once. We always voted at the town meeting spot next to the Burnham Library in the Village. And then one year they switched it over to Union Memorial, the elementary school, for one vote. I don't know why, but now it's all at that high school. They probably got a lot of mail-ins too, though. I don't know this, that it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, are there more requirements about what election the officials have to be present? I mean, do they have a problem with that requirement in 2 locations?
I mean,
What do you mean, like what officials? You mean like us?
Yeah,
No,
or
because-
town clerk, you know?
well, the
somebody
number
from-
of JPs you get is based on your population.
Right, because I think we had
And-
13 of them in Colchester.
Yeah, and if you have a really large area, what you would do is appoint presiding officers to each of your polling places.
Mhm.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily need like 5 town clerks, but you would need somebody who's,
Who is acting and is
Yeah.
efficient.
That's a good
yeah,
point, though.
but it, yeah, does add a whole lot of layer.
Because Burlington, how many voting spots do they have? A whole
Oh, they
bunch of
must
them.
have it. Yeah, they do. I don't know, but it's,
And is Rutland the second largest town?
I don't know.
I think so. It's hard to tell now because you have places like Williston
Yeah,
that are, you know.
I was surprised by Colchester being number 3.
Yeah.
That shocked me.
Well, I always knew that for a long time Colchester has been the third largest school district. I don't, guess that's by population, but not entirely. It
I
isn't,
don't know.
it's just the number of kids enrolled.
Yeah. And they would be tuition and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody has logged in, have they?
I haven't looked actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you could just, maybe we're going viral.
It's fascinating. You know, the whole process is fascinating, but watching it, isn't that?
it's kind of like watching paint dry.
Yeah. It's,
Well, we'd have many, many viewers if we were in Pennsylvania.
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
It's another way to keep it completely on, and, the integrity is by letting people see it all happen from home.
Oh, there have been 4 views.
Oh,
And
one of them you.
One of them is me. I always test the link, so 3 people have tuned in. Interesting.
Are they, did they click in and click right out? Or
It
does
doesn't say,
show?
it just says views 4. It's pretty short and sweet. There's a column views 4. So. Okay.
I think it's great that you make this available as the part of the process.
You know,
Transparent.
the last town meeting, I had 90 people watch. And I think people like that. I think word's gotten out that you can kind of get the results. You know, because we had a couple contested elections, so
Yeah.
people tuning in and, yeah. I thought that was awesome. I was like, 90 people. I was like, that's great. And state primary, I think I had 2. Because that was very quite a bit. How you doing, Bob?
One at a time.
Through.
I haven't seen any write-ins for Donald Duck or anything like that.
That's good. That's good.
Pretty good.
If there are write-ins and they keep and they fill out the oval properly, does that go into that, that's what goes into that little special ballot area?
We will, for all the state and federal elections, we have to count all of the write-ins because we don't know, there might be enough in total for our area for it to count for
Yeah, yeah.
something. So we will have calorie and summary sheets to write all those down and then consolidate them.
But it's indicated
It's
on
in
that.
this, yeah, but those ballots get spit into the special
Yes.
write-in
Yeah, yeah.
spot.
Yeah, yep. So at the end of the night tomorrow, we'll enter the main compartment first and you all will be sorting and
Counting.
yeah, we don't think we have to count them. Because the tabulator does that. We do that for like the school ones.
Okay.
and They just go in the box. But we'll want to sort them and get them all nicely stacked so we can quickly sand through them to make sure the machine didn't miss anything. So we go through all the ones in the big bin first. That doesn't take very long. And then we go through the write-ins.
And that
uh,
fixes it.
that does.
and that's groups of three.
Two, yep, so I've got 3 pairs signed up for tomorrow night. And then tomorrow, well, I'm hoping we get lucky with the JPs. But we'll have to do it in series of 2. We'll have to do the local and the state and federal separately. We'll want separate tallies.
Morning coffee is on it.
Yeah. Something.
I'm curious to see, because we have to report them differently.
So I'll be here in the morning for that opening up thing.
It's that half hour to watch us.
Right,
slide the third.
and then I'll be here at 6:45, is that when you want? Okay, until we're done.
Yep, okay. I mean, you've already taken the oath, so if you want to breeze in closer to 7.
Okay.
That's.
So that carries on even though it's a different date.
The oath is for the general election.
What's the forecast for tomorrow?
It's supposed to be rainy. Overcast.
But warm, right?
It's supposed to be warm?
I think it is supposed to be.
I personally, I don't have any data, but I think the turnout's lighter when it rains.
Would be human nature. isn't it?
Yeah, when it's sunny, people will be like, hey, it's biking by, I saw the vote sign, what are we doing? And they vote.
You think most people know about tomorrow's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow I have the feeling that you haven't missed it. People haven't missed out on that.
You all ready to switch it up a little bit? Wanna play
Let's finish this,
that
this
Ben?
bit and then I'd be ready.
Then we can play.
Musical.
I'm not going back over there.
Okay.
And I don't think that, I'm a lefty, I'm not, well, I guess I could do it the other way, yeah, forget it. I could
Well, if
do
you
that.
guys are happy where you're at, I'm fine.
Do you wanna switch with someone like Tim?
Yeah, I can switch, but I could just keep doing this.
How you doing, Bob? You don't need a switcheroo?
No, I'm good.
How about you, Tim?
We could
I'm
get you a
I'm
chair.
okay, I've got this motion down now.
Okay, well, since we're all developing expertise in
What did you tell us before, though, that could have happened if we?
repetitive stress injury. That's-
Is that kind of like getting, my mother-in-law got carpal tunnel syndrome from knitting.
Oh, yeah.
She
like
loves
that.
knitting so much. That's kind of sad then, because she wants to keep knitting.
Well, can she have the surgery?
I think she did.
Okay. And can she knit again?
She knit after that. She's no longer alive, but she, remember, it was like, Betty, stop knitting. I just want to finish this next. I don't know, this next sweater for the granddaughter. Yeah, she was just always knitting something.
Yeah, I had to get both.
Oop, is this a normal one? Yeah. Just, it was folded abnormally. You had to what?
I had both carpal tunnels releases done.
You did?
Uh,
Caused by.
anatomy, just, tight,
Yeah.
whatever.
Didn't some people get it from keyboarding? Yeah.
That's what I always associate.
I mean,
I did
it's
too, but I-
probably aggravated it, yeah.
Yeah, I've never known anyone who claimed that they got carpal tunnel from typing, but I'd always heard that.
Yeah. But it's not a big deal. I mean, they just go in and they snip this one little tendon thing and that's it.
And then it,
And you didn't need that
alleviated?
tendon, like, it's not.
No,
Huh.
I haven't noticed any
That's good.
difference.
Wow.
And well, it's so funny, the surgeon offered me 3 different ways of doing it. Like one is in the hospital under
Yeah.
complete sedation and another is like, some middle thing. And I said, oh, no, just be a local. I won't watch. Yeah.
Well,
bet
in
one's a
yoga,
lot
when
cheaper than the
we did
other.
this-
Oh, I can barely do that, I know.
And that's one reason I added that, was because I had
Yeah,
gone to some yoga retreats where.
if I do it regularly, it gets,
Right, but
Yeah.
where people talk
Yeah.
about how tight your
Oh,
wrists
you
get.
turn it around.
Yeah, part of the classes, you, go this direction and this direction.
I see some.
That's
people
a good idea.
Bend their wrist like that.
Mine have always been that way, like kind of, but
Yeah,
I know that I see I'm always looking around doing it, and some people grimace when they're turning it, like it's painful. for them.
yeah.
On to the second grade team.
Uh-oh.
Woo, woo, second alphabet, second part of the
Yeah.
alphabet.
I think it's on top of the. I need to go through and make sure it feels like all of the ballots are out. Okay.
Can we proceed while you're
Oh,
doing
yes,
that?
oh, yes, yeah, just letting you know what I'm doing.
Okay. Are we continuing on in our
Yeah.
same roles?
Oh,
I think that was the consensus. Anybody want to switch?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Are you alphabetizing them too? What are you doing?
No, just feeling them,
That
just
was the-
making sure, like, I'm pretty certain I've felt enough of these that I could tell
Yes.
there was a sticker with a ballot in it. Oh, see, like this one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'll do that one.
Catch.
We'd find out anyway when we got to the end of it. It wasn't
Better worry.
right- so much
Right
longer to
number.
find it.
Yeah, that's true. How did that happen? How did that?
It happens, lots, I'm always surprised at what happens, and then I think, yeah, more people.
It's just a hard there, what it's here.
You know, I asked Andy that recently, he told me, and I, for the life of me, can't remember.
They can jail the sheriff.
Oh,
They're like the checks and balances. That makes sense. You always gotta have a check.
so the high bailiff as opposed to the bailiff. The high bailiff is
Right. Oh, I guess. Do we have a
Yeah.
bailiff? Or that's just a job description, right?
I don't know. Maybe the sheriff is technically the bailiff.
Assistance required.
Okay, I'm coming. Let me actually finish this in alphabet, so I. Not to make the whole process take longer, but.
I don't know.
So please ask to pull up the first distance and I put the key in and see what it says. And then it's a sense relationship. Huh. So I think it. Stand up. Okay, try again.
It's happy. It was you. Something else came up there.
So there's at least one ambiguous mark, so let's, justice of the peace. So let's look at the justice of the peace rates. So right in the middle of the line. So you, will transfer them.
Okay.
Is this the,
So that is should be a ballot that's machine readable, it just didn't come in the correct envelope. So I would
Got
go
it.
ahead and just put it face down and send it along. Or however down, whatever name, whatever down hides the name. And then send it along.
okay, can you clip those together after they're done? But I don't have a paper clip for you. I do for this next. I don't have a paper clip here. Okay, well, I've got one and then we need one more.
I can find it. Whoop.
We'll probably need a few more.
You,
Thank you, of course.
you get this right, yeah.
Yes. Is that a letter like Q or something?
It was bad.
Oh, do we want to do this missing one before we,
Oh, yeah.
or not the missing one,
Let's
but
see
the-
what's happening here.
I think what happened was it was the only one in that alphabet, And it got-
Okay,
so I'll take it.
so it's,
Yeah,
I.
Oh, you got another quick review needed.
yeah,
So ambiguous mark for justice of the peace.
It was a sloppy about their justice of the.
Thing. There's nothing there. Let's try one more time. See what it says. Okay. Just needed to tell it to take again.
Justice of the peace, quick review. What's
so does, what race is it telling you?
that?
No, it's saying justice of the peace, so go ahead and hit return.
This one is, you chose 5, you were allowed 6.
What?
And you wrote it in. Maybe not for this.
You're allowed
So
six.
because if you chose 6, you were allowed 5, so if we pass that,
Okay.
that will not count, because it doesn't know what color they want, so let's see if we can tell voting intent. I think we can, is that right in blank? Let's transfer it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna redo that whole thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, because if we just tell it to pass it,
it'll come back again.
no, it'll let us force it through. But it won't count this race because it can't tell us 5 are the right 5.
Oh, okay.
But since we can, we should transfer it for their vote to count.
We can definitely raise it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't tell, and then you just send it through anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you. Close. Yeah, we're getting there. So is Andy having an after party tomorrow?
No, the Democratic Party is having a party. And, he'd rather be at home with the dogs. But I think he's gonna make an appearance.
In Burlington somewhere.
Higher ground,
Oh, hey,
Nice.
yeah.
They usually do it the Sheridan
Yeah,
or
they
something.
do.
Yeah.
Or the one, what is the one overlooking the lake now? It used to be the Wyndham and the.
Oh, yeah.
What's that hotel called now?
Well,
It's
I
a
think it is a Hilton,
think
but
it's
it has a special.
You'll be happy to know that Lisa Faring is vote for high sheriff.
Oh, good.
Hi, Bella.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, high bailiff. My error. I want to get the right category.
Oh, dear.
All right, you better read the job description.
Well, hopefully somebody else got more write-in votes.
So there's no one on the ballot that when you write in?
Yeah,
Well, then what does a town do if they don't have?
well, I can tell you already, there's about 10 that I've noted where they've written in the actual person.
Yeah. So we'll count them and submit them, and then there's a canvas that happens on Thursday. Or, depending on the district. So there's one for the senator district, there's one for the House of Reps district, there's one for the county races. So they'll canvas, and that means they take all the votes that are submitted to each town and determine if there's enough overall based on county or senate or house and whatever your district area is, and if you have enough seats for the write-in to count.
And if they don't?
But they don't.
They just don't fill it?
Yeah,
then-
well, I
then
don't know.
Who's gonna arrest the sheriff if necessary?
I don't, it's a good question, but honestly, I don't pay a lot of attention to anything else. that is over here.
Canvases.
So I'm not really sure. I know Melissa is, by default the person for some of these roles, and I think it's determined by whichever town in your county has the largest population. Your town clerk is automatically in these roles.
Uh-huh.
And
I-
that's Grand Isle for the county.
I believe so, but I'm going off of just like clerk conversations. I've never researched this, so I'm not entirely sure. I am,
But somebody says. You people, you go and.
yeah.
It's like the Secretary of State's office.
So like, it's my job to determine if we get enough write-ins for local races. It has to
And
be
then
somebody's
somebody at the
job
next level.
for county and senate and house.
Yeah.
So you would know, okay, the senate district covers this area and has this many population and this many votes, and you'd tally
Right.
them all. And
How many do we have to have for our local races?
so well, that's a good question. I haven't looked at that yet. I'm so focused on this being a state race.
Yeah.
But it's 10% of.
It's 10%.
Yeah, and
I think we've got more than 10% of our.
we're 960 now, so it's,
960,
and yeah, so for 9.6, I'd say 10.
97.
Yeah,
Right.
well, no, so it's 1%. Cause I think you'd only need like 10. That's why I'm.
Oh, it's
thinking-
1%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd always heard 10.
97 seems like a lot, like we only require 10 votes to get on a ballot. Why would you need?
97
more
to be elected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I need to,
That's what I'm thinking.
yeah,
You need 10 votes.
yeah.
Well, you better make sure.
We gotta get this JP thing right, you know?
But let's first take care of the big,
Yeah,
big issue.
yeah. So. I'm a little behind in my preparations this year because they instituted a continuity of operations procedure and I've spent some time. Trying to figure out what do we do if there's no internet, and what do we do? So. And how I typically handle it. You know, like a timeline, okay, this is what comes next, I make sure I have all those checklists ready.
And don't think way down the road yet, because
Like tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. But I'll get that.
It's interesting that, has that been a focus of the state to have a continuity of operations?
Yeah.
It's good.
And
that's good.
I wonder if they're.
well, yeah, there's a medium level threat. You know, I get all these notifications when they're not for the public, but I know, but to me, it's like. I'm here for the public, like, they have to come and be a part of this participation, so
Yeah.
it's a balance. But the threat is all cyber based though, 100%. So it's not like people are gonna show up and be in danger, it's just, you know, the recommendations have been have processes for how to help hold an election without the internet.
Assistance required.
So.
Or just if things jam.
No, this is, I'm not really happy about this, because the last one I ate about it and I couldn't tell if it had read it. If it doesn't say, can you read that? Local census state, entry center,
Unexpected paper censored state.
but it doesn't tell you what, I mean, this one, you can tell it didn't read it, because it didn't go all the way through. How am I supposed to know if it goes all the way through if it read it? I'll have to watch that.
Let's see what happens again.
Yep. Just being finicky.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do if there's no internet? What do we use the internet for? This.
So, primarily same day voter registrations. So if somebody comes in, and then that didn't used to be allowed because there didn't used to be internet at all town offices. Or if you're a district where this happens a lot, you're a little tiny town and you leave your town office and go to a school. You can't guarantee that you're gonna have 6 stations that you can set up to
Yeah.
do. So, having the internet has enabled more processes to encourage broader voter participation. But those would be. Yeah, anyway. So what I was gonna do is if you're not on my checklist and you wanna register to vote, I'm gonna do a provisional ballot if I don't have internet.
Right.
You'll vote, and it'll go in an envelope, but won't be counted, it'll be sent to the Secretary of State office. And determine if. So,
Well, that totally makes sense. I mean,
it does, but they weren't, you get these warnings and these threats, and so they wanted us to basically do all the prep that we would for an election today, to do it last week. So that we had paper copies of everything as a backup in case things happened over the weekend. And, I'm really glad they didn't.
that nothing happened.
Yeah, because I need to keep track of everything. So then you're like, okay, I printed this checklist as of this date, you have to keep track of all the changes that you might have made in the system. Hi.
Oh, are we supposed to?
Oh, downstairs.
Yeah.
I'll let you an email. I appreciate it. I just.
Hey, I was really surprised by the cost of the town report.
Well.
Was it that much last year and then you
No,
missed it?
no, I mean, it was about $2,000, but,
Yeah.
I mean, our checklist has grown. Last year, we only had 5 reports left over. So I think we need to order more reports, and I've increased the page number.
Uh-huh.
So that's made it more expensive, but also things just are going up.
Yeah, yeah. Quick review.
Did it get like sealed, like? There we go. Thank you. State Senator Grand Isle. So I'm gonna have someone else come over and watch this one.
Yeah.
There is an ambiguous mark in the voting area for Andy Schuler. So if you would hit return. And if you guys would both look at that rate. Does it look like there's something wrong with it? Oh, see, that one's darker down below, but that is good. So we should transfer it over. Okay. Yeah, so somebody started to fill in one and then decided to do the other.
You'll do this on, fill it, yeah.
Well, I'll have 2 pairs do it, but I'll put it in the pile to be transferred.
Yeah.
So, the updates to the checklist that you sent out recently,
Yep.
are we supposed to do anything with that?
Nope. Not unless.
I mean,
we
just
put it in
review
that
it.
review, Yeah.
But we don't have to say, you can assume that we're okay with it.
Yep.
Okay.
If you weren't, I'd call a meeting.
Okay.
And we'd all decide
Right.
what to do.
I saw that is that it's something for disabled people to vote?
Yes, the Omni ballot.
Oh, how does that work?
I've never had anybody use it. And it's been there about 5 years. So it's now required for all elections that have federal races. Um. Yeah, I guess if
Do you have to be disabled to use it? Like, could I come over and,
I would allow that.
Yeah.
I don't know why there would be any reason. I
Yeah.
think the first year we had one, I asked Bob Ayers to vote with it, just, I mean, you use the,
to make sure it works and?
yeah. So there's like a little tablet thing and there's 5 different accessibility features. So depending on what modality would enable you to vote the easiest.
I wonder if there's people that would benefit from that don't know it exists.
I've gone to a few election trainings where they've talked a lot about that. Because clerks absolutely hate it. I mean, I don't really care, but there's a lot of clerks, it's just an extra thing to do and
Yeah.
nobody ever uses it. But, so I know there are groups, advocates for disabled people that have tried really hard.
I'll just spread the word.
Yeah, so I think the word's gotten out there. I don't think people like using them. I think it's easier to request an absentee and have your spouse or whatever help you fill it out than it is to.
I'm sure they're not doing that.
Yeah. I mean, I've helped people fill out ballots. I'm allowed to if people ask. And I can't offer, but if they ask, I do. And this year I can't because Andy's on. it.
Yeah.
So Lisa would be the person to do that. But you, a disabled person can also request 2 JPs delivered to help
Yeah.
complete it, and they can also request an email ballot. There's, I mean, Vermont's really gone far to make sure the process is as enabling to voter as
Yeah.
possible.
It's so good.
It is. So I would let anybody who wants to use that. What you do is you go through all the prompts. There's like one that has really big buttons that are like color coded.
This sounds fun.
There's one that has just 3 buttons. I think it's for people who like maybe can only use an elbow.
Really?
There's one that's like a puff and blow, I think that they're totally paralyzed. But you're supposed to call them if you need to use that one, because it's a little difficult to calibrate. So
Wow.
this is why I could see people with disabilities being a little like,
I'll just do it at
yeah.
home. Yeah.
But I think the most common, you could put on headphones and it reads it aloud to you if you're
Oh,
blind.
yeah. That's
Um,
great.
yeah.
It sure is.
So, yeah, and then it prints about it, so it goes through like a normal one. So you go
Oh,
through
okay.
the prompts and then it prints it, and then you can put it in the calculator. And so it's not an electronic. book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's good refreshing for me.
Wednesday morning for Boston. Yeah.
Beth, my sister-in-law Beth is gonna come up and bring me the chickens and the dog.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
You have chickens?
You get eggs?
Yes, but not as many as we were assuming we would. We got,
You've got older hens?
well, that, no, those guys are hanging in there. But we got 7 chicks from Drew and Liz because they ordered a whole bunch of them. And so we got 7, like we have 7. And, they're beauties and so they're not mature enough. And Drew and Liz's chickens is from the same group, right? They're the same age and everything. They have so many eggs, they don't even know what to do with all their eggs. We are not.
One here.
Our chickens.
Your chickens are just
Are-
not laying them.
No, and so we're trying to figure
So-
out whether it's
It's a few in their lap, that's.
the feed or the,
What about the light? That seems to be the biggest thing.
that's in the winter.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, if they're,
But they free range, so they're out in the weekend.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, they free range more than Drew and Liz's do.
Hmm.
But you're right, I know they're really sensitive to light.
Yeah, I mean, that's my
It's
first
been a
thing.
mystery. We're like, they have such cute personalities. It's okay if they stay, but we
Just to some of the
like
right
them.
in.
Okay, eggs.
Trying to push the cat. No.
Well, you raise chickens, right?
You do that.
Yeah.
So you have your sister take care of your chickens, but
Yeah.
they're not. Yeah. Do you have any other chicken sitters? Because that's what we're always trying to find good chicken sitters.
No,
Oh.
we just sort of rope one of our
Neighbors.
family
Yeah.
members. But because we also have 3 dogs, so it's not like it's
Oh,
easy
yeah.
for us to go anywhere. So if
Yeah,
they're gonna be with the dogs, they need to be with the chickens too.
yeah. Yeah, that seems, well, that's a much lower ask, taking care of the chickens.
Right.
Versus taking care of dogs.
Right.
Are you going for 2 nights? One night?
Yeah, Wednesday to Friday, yeah.
Where are you staying?
We're staying at the.
Oh, yeah, I've read about that. I've seen that, yeah.
Getting down to the letter.
We are on. Why?
So close.
That's it?
No, we have
Uh,
4 Zs, I think.
Okay, I could use a bathroom break.
Oh, me too.
So,
Just gonna
I
ask
think-
after the
But,
Z's.
so we have to keep an eye on, somebody has to keep an eye
Yes,
on
I
Bob.
recommend
I
2
can
people be up here. Well, you can keep going, but
We
we
still have to have
There's
somebody
3 people here.
babysit
Okay.
the machine.
So,
Yeah,
who, you wanna go first?
go ahead.
Okay.
Woo-hoo. I might have to have a muffin.
Oh, yeah. You slide the muffins down? She would like a muffin, slide that.
What's our, does anyone, maybe I should wait until Corinne gets back. I assume she brought those.
She did. That one, I had it, and I think it might be banana, but I'm not sure. You might want to ask her.
Maybe I'll wait. It looks like. I'll wait. No, I won't. Oh, yeah, I think I chose wisely. So Tim, I'm very glad somebody from the select board is here doing this.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Gotta come back tonight.
Oh,
But
do you have a
that's
meeting?
tonight's
Is
your
tonight's
meeting,
your
yeah,
meeting?
yeah.
Anything exciting on the agenda?
No, not that I can think of.
Depends on how you define exciting.
I don't think there's anything that's gonna cause people to be here. You know, it's like. It's like what hardly if they have business, they come, but just, and then you get to the informational meeting and you have people with all these problems with what's going on, but it really bugs me that they haven't been part of a process.
Wait until the very end and then
Oh,
give input
exactly.
when it's,
And
yeah.
then be irate about
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I think this coming March, I think it's Carl and Joe who are on the ballot.
Next.
They didn't like this one, so I returned it and it's here's the reason why I guess.
Yep, and you can tell voter intent, so we should.
Mm.
Look, we got another one.
No,
Can I push the button and tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start throwing it. It's almost like, can't tell if they're filled in or not. Is that the race?
Yeah, it said something about, let's try it again, just to see what happens.
Okay. Justice of the Peace, Susan Davis. It can't tell whether or not it's filled in. So can we tell? I think they want it to be.
Yeah, pretty
So-
clear.
Okay, let's transfer it. Make sure it gets counted.
Transfer meeting,
Meaning I'll put it in the pile for it to go onto a different ballot.
okay.
We got a pretty good pile here
yeah, I know, I was thinking of
I
that.
do.
for what we can do next.
Thank you for making muffins.
Oh, yeah, thank you guys for coming. See, I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have such good volunteers. Other towns pay people, so I guess, but I still don't know how you find people who like mass up, like I've got 18 people coming tomorrow, like, how do you find that every 4 years?
Including somebody that comes in at 6:45.
I know.
Hey.
Can I come in in my pajamas?
Sure. Like, and I know the town wouldn't pay very well. You wanna make $10 an hour to stand here for? This-
I'm gonna be here like all of 15 or 20 minutes, right?
About half an hour.
Half an hour.
I'd like you to stay till I announce the polls are open at 7,
Uh-huh, yeah.
so. And I bet you'll literally just be walking around behind me, making sure, yep.
Oh, good, that should be annoying.
There'll be, our new assistant town clerk is gonna come and work tomorrow too. And, and then all the people who will be here to actually work when we open, so. It'll be just a gaggle of people. Just- Did you figure out a better like system for the curtains or something? I remember
Yeah,
last election, there's some.
Public Works guy figured out that the two booths could actually be attached to each other, so they don't tip.
Oh,
So, but without having to do like sandbags or like we were.
Right.
Okay, overvoted.
Okay, so let's see if we can tell what their intent was.
Oh, I did both for one, they've ordered for two.
Okay, and we can't tell the difference, can we?
No,
So we have no idea which one they wanted to count. So go ahead and stick it back in, see if it'll take it. So we can cast it. So we've looked at it, we can't tell the difference. We're gonna go ahead and cast it, and that one raise just won't be counted.
yeah, because the citizen made it unclear. So therefore, please insert ballot.
So would two of you like to start transferring ballots?
Yes.
Okay. So.
This is the end of it?
yes.
Yeah,
Well, there will be some more.
Well, yeah, but this is the big end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, I think. Trying to think of the best way to do this. So I've got three, remember we were talking earlier about how clerks are worried about running out of ballots and we've been experimenting with how to print our own. So these are, I printed 3 different ways based on what I've heard other clerks are doing.
And when you say different ways, is it different size paper? I mean,
Nope.
thickness of paper?
So I ordered some special paper. It's
Okay.
70-pound paper.
Okay.
It's thick enough that it shouldn't like accordion or rip in the machine. I called the manufacturer and asked them for their recommendations. But it's thin enough that it's light enough to mail, which doesn't really matter in this case, but so the paper's all the same,
Mhm.
but the SOS has provided PDF files of ballots to be emailed to military members.
Okay,
So those are live ballots. So what I did was I printed those. But then I also just did 2 direct copies. So like directly, like I took a live ballot and
Gotcha.
just copied it. But as I was copying, there were just so many different scenarios in the machine that I just kind of came up, these are my notes, so I can remember what I did.
okay.
I think maybe the front and back was giving me issues. I don't remember.
Oh, right.
But, I'm thinking rather than having you guys completely go through the process of filling these in and then seeing if it goes through, that we try inserting these because it won't, what it'll do is if it's readable, it'll say, hey, this is a blank ballot. Do you really want to
Okay.
cast this? And
Okay,
then we'll
So
know
then that would be
good.
one
At
that's,
least
that
it
we could
read,
use.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
So then
okay.
we'll know it's good and then we could fill it in.
Right,
But if it doesn't read it at all, then we
Then-
won't have wasted our time.
right,
Okay, so I'm gonna do these, I'll wait till he's done, then I'll do these one at a time, so I
Okay.
don't lose my notes,
right.
yeah.
so.
Okay, you waited, he's done.
You take a load off, sit down for a minute. You've been standing with that machine for a long time. Let's see.
Blank ballot detected, so
Alright, so
it's it, so yeah, so I'm gonna hit return. And we'll use this to transfer, and then if it works again, we'll know it's a good way to print. Okay, makes sense. And if I know that works, I'm just gonna do this then, we don't mess with these. Does that?
Yeah,
make sense?
that's fine.
Yeah, so
That makes sense.
now I have my printing instructions for how to print extra ballots if needed. So if you guys would transfer this ballot onto that, then I'll know for certain.
Okay.
Have you guys done this before?
I don't think I have,
So-
or I don't remember doing it.
So what happens is one of you will want to read off, one of you will want to fill in,
Mhm.
then you swap and double check.
Right,
And then you put the sticker on the ballot that's being replaced. And then this one goes in the machine.
and do we sign?
You sign the sticker on the one that gets replaced.
Okay.
So-
You had a felt tip?
Yes, I do.
Oh, they're right there.
Oh, yeah. I have to pull them out. So,
Okay. I'll read to you. All right. Kamala Harris. Sorry, it's the third one down, yeah. And then for US Senator. Down below, it's
You got the-
Bernie Sanders.
okay,
And for Representative beneath that is Becca Ballant.
Good to be sitting.
good.
Upper middle for governor, it's Bill Scott.
So,
Lieutenant
Okay.
Governor,
same thing, one of you. will
John
read out,
Rogers.
One of you will fill in, and then you'll swap
And for
Okay.
State Secretary,
and check.
Joshua Beck.
And then we'll put one of these stickers on the,
For
the original
Secretary of
ballot.
State,
Right.
it's Sarah
Sign it.
Copeland Hanses.
Oh, okay.
yep.
So why are we doing this? Because this one is,
And for
So I think with this one.
Auditor
was,
of Accounts, it's Doug.
oh, it was
Hubbard.
an error.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
She can read
And
it.
we've agreed that the intent of the.
For Attorney
voter
General, it's
not
Charity
have
Clerk.
that.
But the machine can't.
Since
tell.
the.
State.
So-
Senator, it's Pat Brennan.
Go ahead.
Um,
Start for you.
President
For
Trump,
State Rep, it's
Okay.
Josie Levitt
Senator
and
Malloy,
Michael Morgan.
Got it?
Representative, Mark Coaster. Did I say that?
Yep,
For
Uh,
Justice of the Peace, it's all
Governor
5 of them.
Bill Scott,
yep, got it,
Lieutenant Governor Rogers,
got it.
Joshua, Treasurer Joshua Betchhopper.
Okay, now we
Secretary of State Page.
right? And I'll read them off and you
Auditor.
make sure that it's in the right spot, okay? Yes. Are you ready? Mm-hmm.
Attorney General
President.
Nelson.
Kamala.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
State
Senator Bernie,
Brandon.
Rep
and
Becca,
State Representative.
Governor
the
Phil
two
Scott,
Morgan.
Lieutenant Governor John
Yep.
Rogers, Treasurer
And
And then.
Joshua
Justice of the Peace.
Beachhopper, Secretary of State Sarah Copeland Hanses, Auditor of Accounts Doug Hoffer, Attorney General Charity Clerk, State Senator Pat Brennan,
Okay.
Representative
Switch and just make.
Josie
sure
Levitt,
that
and
the same line.
Michael Morgan.
Okay, so.
No high bailiff.
you read it?
Yep, yep.
Okay. So let's
No
go
high
backwards from
bailiff,
high bailiff.
and all
Okay.
5 of
Okay, I
the
got it
justices.
blank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Do
State
we,
Rep,
so
Morgan
this is the one that's gotta go in the machine, because
Yeah.
this one's
State
cleaner.
Senator.
So this is the one where we put
Oh, I
the
wonder
sticker.
if that little
Attorney
mark is what
General.
caused.
I bet it is, yeah.
Auditor, Page.
Yep,
Is there a place we put it?
Page.
A special
yeah,
place,
we'll just put
just
it there.
down here?
Yep.
Treasurer,
Okay.
Not her.
Yep.
Sign it, and I'll sign it,
Governor,
and then.
Yep.
Wait,
Lieutenant Governor.
yeah, this is the one that goes in the machine.
Transcription machine,
Yeah.
readable.
Okay, so we give this to you?
I don't want to be the one putting them in the machine,
Oh,
so let's just.
Okay, let's just make a pile.
Oh, wait.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
President, Trump Vance.
yep,
Okay,
and then the 5 on the back.
and then 5 on the back in order. Okay,
Okay,
so now this is the one you want, so why don't you put it over here?
well, you have to
So
put
that
this,
goes in a
we have to put a
replaced
sticker.
ballot envelope. So,
where does the sticker go anyplace?
I asked them to put it on the bottom, just because there's space.
Where there's a bunch of space down in the
Oh,
right.
down
yeah.
here?
Yep,
Okay.
And we have to, and this.
so, you guys ready to do another one?
Sign it.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
and then I gotta run downstairs and grab more ballots, there were more than I thought there would be.
Okay. So, the president, Kamala Harris. For US Senator Gerald Malloy,
All right, so then we put it over here.
or Representative
So I'll take the replaced
Mark
one.
Oster,
This is the,
That's the new one.
this is a new
for
one. This is
Governor
the-
Oh.
Bill Scott.
I'm sorry, I gave you bad instructions
Oh.
then. 'cause the
For
sticker goes
Lieutenant
on the
Governor.
replaced one.
Can you peel it off?
Let's see.
John Rogers.
State treasurer, Mike Sikia, I mean, for secretary of state, H. Brooke Page. For auditor, H. Brooke Page.
Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So this goes
For attorney general,
and this goes
Whoa.
through here.
Nelson.
Okay, you ready for one more?
State senator,
Okay, so
Brennan.
here's the clean one, and
Okay.
here's the
state rep,
original.
Morgan.
And I've got to run downstairs and get some more.
Wait, switch roles.
I'll read it to you, and you more,
No, Hybiola. And
Trump,
Mary Jo, Mary Jo, she used to be president. Mary Jo
Senator
McCarthy.
Malloy,
And one write-in,
And what's the right?
Representative Costa,
Abby with a Y, A-B-B-Y,
Governor
Williams.
Scott, oh, I see, this is why this was
Yeah, that's fine.
rejected, yeah, Scott. Lieutenant Governor Rogers,
Get rejected.
Treasurer Beckhofer. And then Secretary of State and Auditor both that page.
Okay, page,
Yep,
page.
Attorney General Nelson,
No idea.
Well, we have to switch now.
State
Right,
Senator.
Maybe you'll see it when you're
Right.
looking again. Okay. You tell me.
Okay, President Kamala,
Two Morgans, L,
Senator Malloy,
Mhm.
Rep. Coaster,
and nobody for Justice.
Governor Phil Scott, Lieutenant Governor
Double-
Rogers.
Yeah.
Go backward.
Okay,
Treasurer
I get
Pichak,
Nothing.
yeah,
Secretary of
Representative
State,
Morgan
Brooke
Morgan.
Page, Auditor of
Secretary,
Accounts, Brooke Page,
yep,
Attorney General, Tori Nelson, State Senator Brennan,
we're good.
State Rep, both Morgans.
We're now audited.
And then for,
Page,
Yep,
And then we have
Page,
Mary Jo McCarthy
Treasurer.
and
Clerk,
yep,
I write in Abby
Governor,
Williams.
Lieutenant Governor
did you
Rogers.
see one
Yep.
of that one?
Yeah, do you think maybe like
Oh, yeah,
that?
yeah.
yeah,
And then Governor.
We don't understand,
Yep.
maybe it doesn't matter, but we don't know why that was
That would be
rejected.
rejected.
Why this bill was rejected.
Because it went under the line. The write-ins are very finicky and it will only go through.
No, you didn't. Okay, so.
I should have,
You
I should
take
have
this,
prefaced with
you
that.
take this one.
So-
Oh, we didn't.
We gotta, and we gotta. do
Oh,
the-
right.
This is the one we have to write.
Okay.
Sticker on.
With our names. on.
Yeah.
yep.
Label here. So we can share, yeah.
So can I put these through now?
If you'd like, yeah,
I mean, or should we wait for that one to be done?
there's a whole stack of them.
So I should take one?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, no, wait
And
until. we
here's
get
your,
more.
clean one.
There's a clean-
Here's the
Okay. And,
next original
right,
and
so,
clean.
let's go. President.
Harris,
Put this one in.
Senator Malloy,
Oh, I'm the filler.
You're the filler this time, is that
Okay.
okay? Yeah, excited, isn't it?
Congress.
Okay. President, come on.
Governor Scott,
Senator Bernie,
Lieutenant Governor Rogers,
Rep. Becca,
Treasurer Beckhofer.
Yep.
Governor Phil Scott,
And then both Secretary of State is Page and Auditor. of
Lieutenant
Accounts.
Governor David Zuckerman.
Yep.
Treasurer Pichak,
Okay,
Attorney
Secretary of
General
State
Nelson,
Hanses. Auditor,
Yeah.
State
Hoffer.
Senator Brennan,
Attorney General,
and State
Sorry.
Representative
Clerk.
two Morgans.
Senator, State Senator
all
Chulo,
right, let's go on the other side,
Bob Ayers,
State Rep
yeah.
Josie
Susan
and
Davis.
Luke Richter. Nothing in high ballot.
Good enough. Okay.
Uh,
Oh, that's
starting
why,
with
because they
the
did
back
6.
page. Okay.
But you could tell they're not voting for
that
6
would
because there's
be-
nothing written.
There's
in
nothing,
writing.
okay,
So-
yeah,
So we just do
Back
5.
to-
Just do.
Bailiff is empty,
Yep,
state rep is Morgan,
correct,
state senator is Brennan.
yep,
Attorney General is Nelson.
Yep.
Auditor of Accounts is Page.
Okay,
Yep.
so that one we put the
Secretary of
sticker on,
State.
you may.
oh, but we need to.
Oh,
double check
that's
this.
right. Yes, that's
Right?
Okay.
mhm,
Okay,
Uh,
I read to you then.
Treasurer is
Kamala Harris for
Beckhoff.
president.
yep,
Bernie,
The
for
Senate
senator,
is
Beck
Roger.
Ballot.
Yep.
For governor,
is
Phil Scott.
Yep.
Lieutenant governor, is Superman.
Is Coaster.
Yep.
State treasurer,
Senator is
Peachin.
Malloy.
Yep.
Secretary of
and
State is
Treasurer
Francis.
is
Uh-huh.
Baker.
Accountant is
So
Hoffer.
this is.
Attorney general is
Uh,
Security Clerk.
That's
Uh-huh.
the Lord.
State Senator Andy Julo.
Bad about this.
State Rep Josie Levitt and Luke Richard. Yep. No high ballot. Yep. All five. There we go.
I don't see anything out of sort on. Oh, yes, you're right there.
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
That was part of it. Okay,
I have to answer
So now-
something for 1 second.
That one goes on
that
top.
goes here and. We sign.
You take the, yep, the bad ones. Here's. You're right with you, I just have to change it. No worries. Oh. Me being so optimistic saying we're getting out of 2. That's okay.
Okay, so there's that one.
Okay. And where are those the copies?
The empty ballot.
Like ballot, so this is where the ones that go to the machine.
Yeah, but we need one to fill in.
Oh, yes, that's what this is.
Okay.
Okay, who's president?
Okay, Donald J. Trump.
Okay,
Oh, and then there's a write-in for senator. Leland Morgan for US
that's the
Senator.
problem.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, vote for 2. Yeah,
No, vote for one, but they only voted for one and it was a write-in.
okay, so that's US Senator, I gotta do a write-in.
Okay.
I don't know what the error, what is the error that.
I'm fine.
Computers are going on.
Oh. I don't know. Oh, here it is. They had probably this. They had
Well,
3 write-ins.
Alrighty.
Oh, the line went
Sometimes the
off.
ambiguous mark, you have to get it all in the box, or the
Uh,
machine doesn't want to read it.
All right, so. we
Okay,
just-
are you ready?
We just got it in front, it's all set, we just need to
Well,
write it a little better.
yeah, but we'll have.
Did I
he's
just
got some
reference?
writings. Those went below too.
yeah, Leland
Yeah,
Morgan,
okay.
right in for US Senate.
But you could ask
US
the
Senator.
expert.
Yeah.
Did I just read that? You know,
Oh, I see.
I don't think so, let's try it.
yeah,
Let's-
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. Malloy,
Have Michael Morgan for representative to Congress, right?
if you want me to fill out those ballots, I can do it, I can do it. But then you have to say the word. Okay, go ahead. Senator
And then Phil
Malloy.
Scott, Governor.
Yeah.
Rogers,
Rep.
Lieutenant
Coaster.
Governor.
I'd make the worst
Beck
actor.
Hoffer.
Phil
the
Scott,
treasurer.
Yeah.
Brooke Page, Secretary of State,
John Rogers,
Rogers.
and Page, Auditor.
Betchoffer,
Nelson, Attorney General,
Yeah,
Brennan, Senator,
Brooke Page.
Yep.
and then the 2 Morgans for State Representative.
more than, yeah.
And then there's a write-in.
Wait,
Auditor?
Hoffer. Hoffer. So Page for Secretary of State and Hoffer. No, Page for, oh yeah, Page for Secretary of State and then Hoffer.
Okay, and then.
Okay. Attorney
just
General Nelson.
3 write-ins, Brent Jacobs,
Brennan. Morgan,
Yep, next one.
Allison Williams.
ALLIS.
So
and a write-in for the high bailiff. Oh. And I won't go below the line. Do not.
May I see
The
it?
full name is Doug Edwards.
Okay, there you
And
go.
number 3 would be
Jeff Dubuque,
Jeff, K-E-F-F.
DUBUQUE.
And all 5.
Let's get that one.
Why was that rejected, do you think?
Was this a military ballot as a
Yes.
PDF and they filled it out as a
Yep.
PDF?
So it's too small, like.
Yeah,
it-
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, machine might have taken it if it was legal, but.
Yep,
I didn't capitalize the B,
Okay,
but that's.
let me
okay.
read it to you.
Yeah, you can just
William.
tell
Okay.
because
Yep.
the ovals are so perfect.
Oh, yeah, because when you email it to military, you can go
They
in
can-
and check and then they print it. Yeah.
Morgan.
Okay.
I'm
State
reading it to you.
Senator is
Yes,
Brennan.
okay.
President,
Attorney
Trump.
General is
Mhm.
Nelson.
Yep.
Senator Malloy,
Auditor is
Rep,
Page and Secretary is
Coaster.
Page.
Yep,
Governor,
Treasurer
Phil
is
Scott.
Joshua Beck.
Lieutenant Governor John
Yep.
Rogers,
Lieutenant
State
Governor
Treasurer.
Rogers,
Batch Hoff,
Governor
Yep.
Scott.
Secretary of State, Brooke
Representative
Page,
Michael.
Auditor,
Albergan,
Doug
Yep.
Hoff,
uh,
Attorney General Nelson,
yep,
State
and
Senator
President
Brennan,
is Trump.
State
Yep.
Rep Morgan
All right, so
Morgan,
this is the one to go.
Well,
High
this-
Bailiff
this
Doug
is the
Edwards,
sticker.
and then all five.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the one that goes through the machine. If
This is the
we
one
think it
that's-
will take it.
We put the sticker on.
They have a regular-
Look at this sign. Mhm.
And this is the.
Okay, so here's the next one.
Okay,
Let's start.
Harris Walls, President, Vice President,
Same thing, yeah,
Bernie Sanders, Senator,
is,
um. Rebecca Ballin, Congress.
okay. Oh, it's
Governor,
two, okay, I see.
Double-sided.
Charleston.
Right,
Yeah.
I get it,
That's
okay.
right.
All right. Harris,
Lieutenant Governor Zuckerman,
Sanders,
Treasurer, Puchek,
Ballant,
Yep,
Secretary of State.
Esther
Hanses,
Charleston for governor.
Auditor of Accounts, Hopper,
yep,
Attorney General
Zuckerman,
Clark,
right,
State
Puchek.
Senator Julo,
Kansas,
State Representative
Kansas.
Josie Levitt,
Levitt, got it.
Hoffer,
Luke Richter.
Okay.
And
Clark,
the top five, just all the rigid ones.
Okay.
Chulo,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Levitt and Richter.
Okay. All right, starting on the back side.
Nothing
Okay.
for high bailiff. And
McCarthy Fair.
all five
Fair,
justices.
Fair,
Yep.
okay. Bailiff,
None.
blank.
Yep.
State Representative, 2, Richter and Levitt.
Yep.
State Senator, Buell.
Yep.
Attorney General, Clark.
Yep.
Auditor, Hoffer.
Yep.
Secretary, Sarah, and Hamden.
Oh, wait,
State
Come on,
Treasurer,
read back.
Puchek.
Yep.
Lieutenant Governor. Zuckerman.
Yep.
You can
Governor,
read.
Esther Charleston.
President Harris,
Mhm.
Senator
Representative
Sanders,
to Congress,
Rep.
Ballin.
Yep.
Governor
Senator
Esther
is Bernie
Charles,
Sanders.
Yep.
Lieutenant
and
Governor David
President
Zuckerman,
is
State
Harris
Treasurer,
Okay.
So
Secretary of
this
State,
goes to
Kansas.
Corinne.
Auditor,
We got
Doug
some
Hoff.
signatures in on the thing.
Attorney General Clark,
Mhm.
State Senator Andy Julo.
Yep.
And the two reps, Josie Levitt and Luke Richer, no high bailiff, and all five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a good ballot.
All right, so then go.
Wow.
And this is the one that.
Yeah.
And your next one.
All right,
Okay. President Harris. Senator Sanders. Representative Ballant.
all right.
Ballant.
Here.
We got Sanders,
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders, and Becca Ballant.
Close.
Yep,
Yeah. Governor Phil Scott,
yep,
Lieutenant Governor.
Ready?
David Zuckerman,
All right.
Treasurer
Come on.
Pichek,
yep,
Mhm.
Secretary
Bernie.
of State Hanses,
yep,
Back,
Auditor Hoffer,
yep,
Phil Scott,
Attorney General Clark,
Zuckerman,
State Senator Julo, and
Peter,
then the State Representative Josie Levitt and Luke
Hanses.
Richter.
that's it.
no one for auditor of accounts.
All right, nothing.
And then the
Clark?
top five for the printed ones for the.
Julo. Josie and Luke.
Five.
Hey bailiff, no?
None. And only one justice of the peace, Bob Ayers.
Up from the bottom up, it's McCarthy, Fury, and Davis.
So I'll read it to you.
Uh-huh.
Right. From the right bottom up.
Kamala Harris.
Yep.
Baylor,
Bernie Sanders,
Dooley.
back to Ballant,
right.
Jill
in.
Scott,
Oh,
Dave
you see that?
Zuckerman,
Oh,
Mike
Good thing we
Pichak,
got that.
Sarah
yeah.
Francis,
All right, so
No
we're gonna
auditor.
do a D-O.
Charity
Jennifer?
Jennifer.
Andy Julo,
And
Josie Levitt, and Ruth Richard, no high bailiff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
all
this one,
items again, no.
Yep.
Yeah.
and this one,
Okay. And, go back. So now,
We got Jennifer Dooley, okay.
writing for High Valley, State Representative Levitt Richter,
Yep,
State Senator Duo.
Yep.
Attorney General is Clark.
Yep.
one more,
Auditor is Hopper.
yep,
Secretary is Congress.
Yep.
Treasurer is.
Yep.
Lieutenant Governor.
Okay.
is Reckoner.
Come on.
yep,
Governor is Scott.
Mhm. Bernie,
Representative is Baylor.
yep.
U.S. Senator is Sanders. And U.S. President is.
Bill Scott.
Yep.
All right, so that goes with a signature, this.
John Rogers.
File here.
John Rogers.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
All right.
Pichak. Hanses. Offer. Clark. Julo.
Oh, no, no more?
So
One more.
Both Morgans.
Is, if you wanna
Let's
get
get
started,
started.
would you do this one first? This is the one that was my experiment at.
A bailiff?
High bailiff is a write-in.
Test I'm
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah,
printing my own.
John
Conway.
Conway.
so put it right
Just
through.
put it in, yep, I'm just letting you know why I'm wanting to do it separate, so I can see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, I know how to print more ballots if I need them.
John Conway as the write-in
Only
for,
write-in.
the only write-in for the.
Did it make any difference between the copier, both copiers
Well-
would be a PDF, right?
Since that one worked, I decided not to bother with.
Yeah,
PDFs.
yeah.
It's easier to print directly from PDF than to mess with copying and copier settings, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hit these.
Yeah.
Before they get confused with everyone.
Okay,
Um,
Kamala Harris,
Yep.
Bernie,
Yep.
Becca Ballant,
Mhm.
Bill Scott.
Yep.
John
It's
Rogers,
getting
Mike
windy out.
Pichak.
Yeah.
Sarah Hanses. Doug
Feels a little
Hopper,
chillier in here. for me.
Charity
Put it
Clark,
paper, Jim.
Andy Julo,
Please insert it out.
Morgan, write-in
Right.
for High Bailiff John Conway. And Justice of the Peace, only one, it's a write-in John Conway.
Yep.
So this is the one that gets stuff. And it's definitely from writing under the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good ballot.
Good one.
And that's a replaced ballot.
So close. That machinery's 480, we can all jump up and down.
What about the two you put through the test?
So the first time I put it in, it was blank.
Okay.
And so the machine said blank ballot and we returned it, so it didn't count it.
Okay,
And then we transferred votes to it, so
Yeah.
it was,
yeah.
it was a legit ballot.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's 480.
Oh.
Praise be.
you stinker.
Those.
480.
In the past, it's given a different warning
Uh.
when it jams, and so I was a little tiny bit nervous.
He's keeping us on our
I
toes, that
know.
Bob Ayers.
Yeah.
Okay, so now all we have left to do, we verify that 480 early voter absentee ballots for the November 4th
2024 general election were counted by the vote tabulator. And this number is the same as the count of ballots certified above, which is what we put in after. the count.
480.
So I'm gonna put 480, and then if we're all comfortable with this, there's spots for all of us to sign.
Okay,
And then I need you guys, well, I need,
oh, we need to return the.
yeah, and I don't know, have we determined that two people can fit in the elevator with that? I know you can't, I know you can't.
I have to bring this down.
Claustrophobic.
Yeah, so what we could do is send one person down with it and maybe have everybody stand at a.
Attention,
Or at the window. The elevator.
one time this summer.
And jams. Oh, no, that's a nightmare.
It kind of was.
Thank you all very much.
Pleasure.
Did go a whole hour longer than I.
Doesn't matter. You did not, this is not supposed to be rushed.
No, you're right, I didn't. I guess when it came
But
out
check what?
480, the last, to make sure that
They're
there weren't the
attending.
extra ballots in here.
You can tell just by going.
Yeah, well, to make sure they're not thick.
Is it chilly? No,
It's
that's
cool
that's-
enough.
Wind picked up or
Yeah.
something. It got chilly all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I feel more than I did when we started.
This is my McGill.
Okay, I didn't find any ballots that were not open.
Hated it.
Okay.
This thing and he said.
Okay.
Now he lives in Tampa and it's very successful as a 25-year-old, whatever. it is.
So what I would like for the recording, for us to get this in the vault, and for at least two of you to come up with me, and we'll announce that everything's securely.
You don't take this apart now, this stays on.
Actually, we do, where there's a whole
Okay.
process to turn it off, thank you. So the zero tape has to stay on it, so that when we open tomorrow, everybody is aware and can look, okay, it was zero when we turned it on. So that's gonna stay there. We want the log sheet to stay with it. So that when we turn it on, we know what we started with from a seal and a ballot. Now we're gonna follow instructions to turn it off. So excited we're done. Forgot about turning it off. Okay, need a pen. We might, yeah, probably. Let's see. Apply the security key. Select utilities. Power options.
Power down.
Power down. You can do the. And you confirm, yeah. Well done again. Turn it off.
I can do a touchscreen.
Disconnect power to the ballot. Okay, then you want to unplug it? And then secure tabulator. That was look at the top back.
Oh, wait. Up there.
Do I unplug it? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, one, I can, pull it. Just wrap around. Okay, now we're gonna put top on. Sits in there, it won't lock. I'm going to lock it and you guys can confirm it. So,
I'll go down to the bottom stairs and watch the thing and make sure there's no nefarious characters down there waiting for you.
okay, you wanna do the mid landing?
I would love to.
Okay. Tim, you wanna take it down?
What?
Yeah, it's not.
It's, yeah. It doesn't stay open for long. You're like, but. It'll give you like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. So you wanna hold the, yep, the door first. There you go, okay.
No, we could just carry it.
You know, I thought of that and I'm always a little nervous. It's so ungainly and slippery and there's only one handle on one side. Wait, this is for one thing. So this is the sample ballot. It says on it, sample ballot, not as darkly as I would like, but what the Secretary of State gave me. And tomorrow, I have it sitting here because tomorrow I'm gonna tape it to black box to differentiate from this one.
Okay, I thought there might be something.
Yeah, so this one is for completed people that will be collected throughout the night. I'm trying to put a visual on each, so help people as they walk through. So, then that'll get to get to the black box.
So I'm here to get the bones.
Take this down. Tim got distracted, but I think there's a lot of us. So we have taken the tabulator with the voted ballots that is locked and sealed and put it in the vault. You all agree?
Agree.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, yeah,
Welcome.
I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much. We're good. Good work. Thank you.
So I'll see you tomorrow at 6:25 AM.
Yes, please.
I'll be all in one.
And 6:30 is fine because you already took the oath.
Good.
You already took the oath?
Yep.
You're all oathed up?
All right, so
So, yeah,
here at 6:30.
okay, great, thank you.